What is poppin', my people? My name is Kärel.
What up, what up? And I'm Max.
And I'm Seamo.
Welcome to episode 33 of Hold Us Accountable, y'all.
Hell yeah, we have our weekly and monthly challenge updates.
We're going to play a little bag toss.
We got our mental health talk.
And we got a little joke of the week.
But first, we always start
with that beer of the week.
Thank you for tuning in. I know your time is valuable. There's thousands of other podcasts that you could have settled for, but now you're just vibing with two goofy
What's
dudes from
poppin',
Wisconsin
y'all?
who like to discuss their problems and figure out ways to solve them, and challenge the listeners to get up out of their comfort zone. Try some shit they ain't done before. This is Hold Us Accountable.
Episode 33. We got Seamus Johnson in the studio, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is Hold Us Accountable.
Ow!
This is Hold Us Accountable.
Hell yeah, man. Episode 33.
Episode 33.
Hold Us Accountable.
Man, it's been, what, 2
Hope
weeks?
everybody's doing good, feeling right. Max is missing an ear. Hold us accountable.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 33. Glad to be back.
Oh, so glad to be back. Thank you, everyone, for joining in with us this week.
Take 5.
Yeah, take 5 if you're first time listening to the show. Here on Hold Us Accountable, we'll just try a new hobby or activity every month, and each week we'll talk about it, the ups and downs, the
Ins and outs.
ins and outs of it. We got some little weekly challenges that we do. We're just here to have fun and hang out and try some shit. And, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Hell
we have
yeah.
guest Seamo.
Big Seamus Johnson in the
Hell
studio.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Hey,
Drink some
man, happy
beers,
to have
hang
you
out,
here.
Talk some shit, you know.
Hey, man. We're
what it's all
excited to have another brain inside the old stew.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Hey, but hey, we'll give you a. Hey, welcome to the stew, man. Welcome to the stew. All right. Jesus Christ.
This won't stop.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Fuck!
I love it. I love
Fucking
everybody.
standing
Thank
ovation,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you for coming to my
Out
show.
of control. The crowd
yeah.
just went absolutely bananas.
Oh man, yeah, and he deserves a round of applause like that. But
Every bit of it. You deserve it, man.
Hey.
man, appreciate it. Appreciate
before
it.
we
I'm just
get
happy
into
to be
anything,
here.
shout out Decker Pollinari for our intro music.
Hell yeah.
Shout out everybody listening.
Shout out. Hope
Hope
yeah,
everybody's happy,
everyone had a
healthy.
good, healthy
Fourth-
past few weeks. 4th of July.
4th of July, happy America, go America.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
But fucking hey, man, we're thirsty.
Yeah.
Let's take 5, so we better get down to it. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, it's episode
'em going.
33. Maximilian, crack me open some of that shit. Let's get dirty with
You
it,
know
dog.
it. Let's do it.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you
Aw.
drink. I drink beer when I am sad.
Yeah.
Cause the beer, it makes me glad.
Ooh.
Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink.
Seamus!
Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! And stuff!
Oh, God.
I fucking love beer.
I love beer, too. Max, what we
Oh,
drinking,
We
dog?
got a good
Oh,
beer.
I should probably pass them out, huh?
Yeah, we got to get them passed out here. We got a beer from Copper State Brewing. We have got the Stilt Walker. Thank you. Or Stilt Stepper, excuse me. The Stilt Stepper, my bad. Sorry about that. Let's see.
Copper State's where we're going to be headed soon for the old cribbage loss on my end, bud?
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. You owe me a brewery tour, a little dinner, you know.
Maybe a T-shirt, maybe, you
a
know.
sweatshirt, beanie combo. I don't
Oh,
know.
shit,
Could be
yeah.
anything.
Fucking A, let me work a few more years. I'll get you that, bud. Anything you want.
Man, Copper State doesn't have anything about their beer on their website.
Check out the con.
So here we go, right off the can here. They are connecting people, creating experiences, crafting great beer. It all started as a family coming together to craft great beer, and it's a true family, which means we all share a common set of values that drive our goal of creating a warm, inviting gathering place for your friends and family. So that's about Copper State.
Hey, man, nice place, too. It's right down on the corner of, I believe it's Walnut or Walnut or Mason and Broadway.
Yeah, right down there.
Yeah, right across from Title Don.
Yep.
Brewery.
Yeah.
It's a good brewery. Nice
Really good
spot.
brewery.
Nice atmosphere. Tasty Tarskis.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had more about the beers, but if you click like on the beer on their website, it just takes you to like.
What about can you figure out what they're about? The pub.
Yeah, we'll look at
just
Copper
licked my-
States.
I had some beer suds on my bike and I just licked it, just like
That's the good stuff.
Foma.
All right, a little bit about Copper State. Once upon a time, we bought a brewery, and then we bought a home brew kit.
Oh.
So they bought the brewery and then decided to learn how to brew beer.
Sounds like it.
Must be nice. Let me
Must
just say,
be nice.
must be nice. All right,
We're still in Grandpa's basement.
life is an adventure, and we grabbed an opportunity to create something we could be proud of. We have carefully crafted everything in this business: the beer, the food, the coffee, the puns, and our culture. Come stop in because life is short and craft beer is good. Take a brewery tour, grab a pint, and connect with your favorite people over some unique gastropub favorites. Look at that.
Carl versus the dictionary.
Carl versus the versus the brewery.
Oh,
Knows those
hey.
words.
Anything beer, I know. You pull out the old fucking dictionary. But hey, good tasting beer. You gonna crack yours or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give her a brew. I don't know if you're an IPA fan.
I like beer.
Okay, perfect,
Beer is
perfect.
good.
So we're gonna rate these trusty 1 through 10. Yeah, Packer season is just around.
We could do the comedians.
Okay,
If
you know
if
many.
we could still.
you
If
you know your
yeah,
handful
yeah.
of comedians.
You know any?
Like-
couple.
All right, let's just do 1 through 10.
1 through 10.
make it
Yeah,
I like doing 1 through 10. I just
me
wasn't
too. It kind of
sure.
makes the listeners a little more understanding. But once we do kind of enter back into old Packer season, and when we do our comedy, we'll talk about that a little later. But
yeah. Well, I wasn't sure how big of a comedy fan. If he was like, oh yeah, I love
he's just
it.
a funny-looking guy, you know.
Fucking love him.
Fucking love him. Right on. Hey, good to have you here, Seamus.
Hell yeah.
Good beer. Hey, cheers to you guys first. Cheers to everybody listening. Hope you guys are doing well. Enjoy a beer, crack a beer, whether it's morning or night. Always a good time to enjoy a sud. I don't know how great of
Fucking
advice
love
that
suds.
is. Fucking love
no,
sud.
I half agree.
All right.
Ain't too bad.
Not too
No, it's
shabby.
good. It's
I
good.
like that beer.
I do too.
So once
Stilt Stepper.
Stilt Stepper by Copper State is
this
there
is-
hazy.
A 5.6 ABV.
Not too shabby.
Once upon a time, hops were harvested on stilts. No, really. Sounds like a fairy tale.
Ooh, show
Here we
mine.
go. Sounds like a fairy tale, but with beer, which is the best kind of fairy tale. I read that bad. My bad. From those hazy memories of this stilt-stepping pastime comes the name of this hazy New England IPA, complete with a full, smooth mouthfeel and delicious hop flavor, but not so bitter that it doesn't get invited to family events. Make sure you tease your taste buds with a tantalizing sniff before you enjoy these stilt-stepping suds with the rest of your senses.
Ooh, boy. Nothing more
There you
than
go.
a smooth mouthfeel, right, Tom? Oh, gotta love this beer. All right. All right.
Sniff?
So, yeah, give her a old sniff. I do it. I like the taste, man.
Do too.
So, while we're letting the taste linger through the old taste bud, I'm going to give you guys a couple craft beer facts.
Let her rip.
All right. Craft beer is good for the bones. Do you guys know that?
Hey.
That's why I'm
big
a
and strong.
Exactly. Beer is high levels of silicon.
Psilocybin?
Silicon, which promotes strong bones, not psilocybin.
That promotes strong
Strong brain waves.
visual.
All right, I'm about to read a fact that is long. I don't know. So we're going to just go. In 2003, Hermanus Birkenhead Brewery had a delivery truck that had a very unusual slogan painted on it. Birkenhead Beer, helping ugly people have sex since 1852. The people of Hermanus went ballistic. There were threats of violence, stoning, boycotts, and banning. The funny thing is, people still, after 11 years, remember the truck, and the Birkenhead staff are often asked if they still have that truck. I think that made sense. All right, we'll go. Oh, I'll give you one more, huh? Give me one more, huh? In the 1600s, midwives created super strong beer to ease the pain of labor. I get the old ladies all boozed up before they all push them out. The old baby.
You wish you could have a kid now, huh? There,
Fucking
Keaton.
Get me drunk. I'll push her all out. I don't give a shit. Honker. A jelly bean company called Jelly Belly recently introduced a craft beer flavor that can be mixed with other jelly bean flavors to create a cocktail or shandy explosion in your mouth.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So what are you guys thinking? How you guys liking this beer?
I'm digging it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty smooth.
Pretty smooth. Digging it. Loving it.
It's very good.
It's gonna.
It's easy to drink, you know.
It's easy to drink.
For an IPA.
Yeah, it's
For an IPA, it's pretty, not too heavy, but like
No.
the flavor's not
too
like
overwhelming.
they're saying, not too bitter or anything like that. It's actually really good.
yeah.
I'm gonna
the
give this beer
bitterness hits at the end a little
yeah,
bit,
just a perfect like.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it I'm gonna go ahead and give her there a 8.19.
Whoa,
That's a high one.
I like it.
Holy
Nice
crow.
I mean, might have got a little help from the other beers I had before, but
Well, you know.
Hey,
What are you gonna do?
What
You
you
take
gonna
what
do
you can
about
get,
it?
you know?
what are you gonna do? Take one down.
Yeah, I'm not too far behind you. I'm gonna go. Let me take one more sip here.
Yeah, take another. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, big time on the show.
That is grinder profile pic.
He wants it. Oh man. It only took us 5 takes to get into this episode today, so not
I'm gonna go 7.68.
7.68. Okay.
Oh, we're going 3 digits here. Okay.
Yeah. Get down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit behind that, but that comes from my bias a little bit. Not the biggest IPA guy, but for an IPA, it's pretty fucking good. So, I'd have to get a high 6, like a 6.88.
6.88.
That's pretty good.
Not if for a non-IPA drinker, that's pretty good.
That's pretty
So-
fucking good.
What would you give the old HUA brew that you tried before the show?
Oh, the old HUA brew.
Yeah. What would you
Wow.
give the old HUA brew?
Well, shit, that one was nice. I tell you what,
No kidding, huh?
that one was pretty fucking nice.
10 out of 10, huh?
10 out of fucking 10.
Hey.
I would rate it a little higher. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
That was some good brew, and I've had the hazy IPA before, and it tasted damn near the fucking same.
Oh.
Alright.
Wow.
So I'd probably give it a little bit more, about like another 7.9.
Hey! Oh man, we better buy a brewery.
We should buy it.
You guys did it in the wrong order.
We ain't buying lakefront, we're buying breweries. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
So
Hell yeah.
the HUA Hazy IPA knocks it out the park.
Knocks it out
Hell of
the
a job,
park.
boys. Hell of
Hey,
a job.
appreciate that, man.
Fucking Copper State's ass.
That's what I'm talking about. Watch out, boys. Good beer though. I like this beer.
It is good.
Yeah. No, very
It is
good
good.
beer. A great beer for the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm digging it. I'm
That's
glad,
the buds.
I'm very surprised we haven't done a Copper State beer yet.
I am too. I swear we had this before, but I guess not. So,
What?
pleasant surprise.
Hell yeah.
I thought we drank every single craft beer they had at Quick Trip. I think we're I think we're getting there.
Well, there's a few I don't think we've had, but just based on like the can, it's like the it's like a unicorn rainbow
Yup.
IP.
It's like Fantasy Factory. or
Fantasy
something?
Factory, I
it
think.
just,
Yeah.
it just looks.
I've had it. I don't think it's that bad.
I'm sure it's a fine beer, but for some reason, it's just like such a.
It's like sweet candy.
Yeah,
or
I feel like I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm about to drink like a cotton candy drink. It
Yeah.
doesn't even feel like a beer, so it's like my brain doesn't even go like.
We'll
oh,
try
let
that.
me grab that
try
beer.
that. I'll try that next 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot.
Real quick. Okay, we can get into this later. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode Stealing Talk for later on in the show. That was episode
Pack Show.
Pack Show. Be excited. Episode 33, Beer of the Week. Hazy HUA IPA won the bets off Seamus' ballot.
Oh, taking the cake.
Maximilian Seamus. Let's get down with it.
Let's get it, man.
That's that beer of the
Let's
week.
keep going. Keep it rolling.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing beer and beer we bring. I drink beer when I am sad.
Yeah.
Cause the beer, it makes me glad.
Oh.
Now there's nothing left to say.
Yeah.
So let's go drink beer.
I want a motherfucking
Beer is good. Beer is good. Beer is good. And stop.
Max, what are you thinking about?
That I made the beer logo, but it's on my phone, and I can't exit the GoPro recording app without it
So,
fucking up the record. I
Last,
really want to show. Oh, it's fucking cool.
you should have sent it to me. Can you? Nah, you can't do anything.
I mean, we could.
Do we risk
could
it?
like pause everything.
Well, while we're paused, I have a question.
We're not paused yet.
Not pause, but no. Ask the question, please. Ask the question.
Go for it.
Please.
So is the Goofy Dudes from Wisco the same?
They're all the same beer.
Is it?
So that's the logo on that kit that was sent with the beer kit.
Right.
So
Okay.
me and Max were drinking through this whole bottling process, and we thought it'd be cool to like put our own name to each different bottle. But they're all
Yeah.
the same Tarski.
Yeah, they're all the same.
One might have a little more pulp.
Like this one is
I was
the.
gonna say that one might be that one's pretty good too.
This one's the Rogers Woodley IPA.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
We got HUA Hazy IPA. We got
Yeah, man.
yeah, man.
We got a Let's Go episode 29.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So our
So we're talking
talking weekly challenges.
of
We
last
landed
week.
on create 2 weeks ago. We were supposed to create our own beer logo. Carl forgot.
I did. I straight up. Max was telling me on the way here, because I thought we were supposed to go to the open mic.
Right.
I thought that was, and then as soon as you said create a beer logo, I was like, yeah, I totally spaced.
Right.
Totally spaced. And I had 2 weeks to do it.
But yeah, and like I said, I was gonna text you, but I just
Thanks a lot, Dick.
yeah, I just figured you were a big boy and would remember, but.
Guess I'm gonna have to do a little.
Honestly, actually, 33 episodes in, you'd think I'd know. Like, no, he probably forgot. Like, I should.
I've been reading the dictionary for 2
Yeah.
weeks, man. Trying to I read every C word
been
in the
studying.
dictionary, man. Oh, it'll really pay out. But no, yeah. So last week our weekly challenge, we were gonna create our own beer logos. Max made an awesome one that I haven't seen, and I didn't make one. So, I mean, if we want to do challenge for me, I guess I'll do a drunken freestyle later or something. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, we could do.
I'm not eating hot wings. I know that for sure.
That was rough. Was that the last episode we recorded? Was the hot one?
Yeah, so we
should
botched.
talk about that.
Yeah, so last week we botched. We were supposed to do a weekly challenge of cleaning up a park. We were gonna do a trash cleanup through Pamperin Park,
Yep.
and we didn't do it. So, since we didn't do it, we had to order the hottest wings from the bar and eat them on the show.
Yep.
And I am not a hot person. I don't eat hot food.
Yeah.
And I don't think your dad's
I mean-
salsa is the hottest, which is hot as fuck, but
I like hot food, but I don't like love it. You know, like I'm not a big like get it as hot as possible. I like a little bit of heat, but nothing overpowering. And those hot wings were basically just pure heat.
Yeah.
Just all. I'm starting to sweat a little bit thinking about it.
are you do you like hot food?
I'm kind of the same way. You know, you have to be able to enjoy. I don't mind a little spice, but like, don't fucking burn my fucking taste
Right.
buds
Yeah,
off.
and
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not eating hot foods to fucking sweat my balls off.
Especially
like,
when like
spicy flavor, like
It's-
you know,
yeah.
the flavor.
and
Right.
we're
Flavor's
eating
nice.
it trying to talk,
Yeah.
and like we both had 5 to eat, so like my like
You were just trying to put 'em down
challenge.
as
I was like,
fast
all right,
as
I'm gonna
you
eat all
could.
5 as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And then like I started like swallowing, like hiccuping, like, and then we ran upstairs to find milk. We only got a shot. We got a shot glass of
Yeah.
milk each.
Not even.
So the rest of the show we're just sweating, uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it was brutal.
It was.
I remember the first wing. I was like, oh, maybe these aren't like the hottest wings
Not
that they
shabby,
had.
not
I
shabby.
was like, these like not bad. And then like the second one goes down, and you go, ooh,
As soon as you start-
I fucked up, boys.
this is not
Once you start
good.
getting some air on it, like.
Yeah,
But see, like to some people, like they can eat those like it's nothing.
Yeah,
like
no,
I
it's no
watched some podcast host eat like the world's hottest pepper, and he like for every minute he didn't drink the milk or throw up, he donated like $20,000 to something.
the old McAfee.
Yeah, the old McAfee. But like, just eating those wings, I was like, how the fuck could you ever do that?
Right. Yeah, that was
But hey,
yeah. Next
So-
morning sucked.
next morning sucked. My asshole burned for about
Yeah.
a couple 2-3 hours.
And I really don't think I've ever had that happen to me, where it was
Me
like
neither.
I ate something super spicy, and then it was like, I guess it's just now the other end gets it. It's
think-
normally, it was basically like reliving it through my asshole
Yeah.
the next morning. It
I think the
sucked.
best like hot experience story is so his dad makes his salsa every year, and your dad he has like ghost peppers, all the hot peppers in his
Yeah.
garden.
habanero,
Yeah,
all
then
that shit.
Before he
Carolina Reapers.
before he does whatever, he like cuts them up and like dries them or something or does something with them.
Jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos. And so after he got done cutting all these peppers, he went to the bathroom
Oh yeah.
and touched his dick.
Yeah.
And I guess just excruciating, like just even with contact, little ghost pepper cock, you know? Like, oh man, not for me. But
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. You learn your lesson fast. Glove it up next time.
Love it up. So, since we aren't able to show off your beer logo on the show, Max is going to post it on the Facebook account
Yeah, I'll give it.
Uh,
I'll post it.
with this episode.
Yep.
I didn't do it, so I'll make one for next week, but I'll still do whatever challenge I have to do
Yeah, well, and it was,
in.
and I should have texted you because I was just at like, I made one, and I was just having so much fun with it, and then I just kept thinking of like different ideas for other ones, and I just didn't have time to actually like create one. But I would think of like Hazy Stew IPA or Hazy
Yeah.
Studio
Crack
or,
table fucking IPA. or something.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and I would have had a blast with this.
Yeah,
This is like what I love doing, and I totally 100% space.
And
out of it.
And that's also like the other reason I didn't text you is because I was like, I want to be completely surprised.
Yeah, because I'll bring something like I'll be
Yeah,
pumped, you know.
But
no,
so,
I bit the bullet on this one.
But yeah, we'll get it figured out. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe like we'll do freestyle later in the show.
Yeah,
Seamus and I will come up with like 10 words.
Let's just 10 words, 5
And-
words, maybe, you know.
We'll come up with 10 words.
Okay.
And pick 'em to
All right, we'll
Yeah.
do that. We'll do that after Kärel versus the dictionary. So
Yeah.
by that time, I'll be nice and lubed up,
be
ready
ready to
for it.
go.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So
Alright.
that's our weekly challenge update, basically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that was the weekly challenge, and then we got some stuff to talk about with the monthly challenge.
Yeah. I mean, when do you want to get into that? You want to get into it now?
I don't care.
Might as well. I mean,
We'll do this, and then we'll play some bags.
Yeah.
Then we'll mosey on down to
Yep.
whatever. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We did that beer of the week. A little Copper State Stilt something.
Stepper.
Stilt Stepper.
Stilt Stepper.
We talked a little weekly challenge. We're going to mosey on down to monthly challenge time.
Yes, sir.
Little
Yes,
change of
sir.
plans. We got Seamus Johnson in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 33 of Hold Us Accountable. So happy to have you here, ladies and gentlemen. Crack a beer. Kick your feet up. Let's have a good time. Ow! Let's talk a little monthly challenge, y'all.
Hell yeah, let me pull up our HUA board here. So for our monthly challenge, we were planning on doing trying stand-up comedy for the first time. And before we got into it, we thought we would have two options, relatively local. One local option and one option that was a little bit farther away.
For open mics.
For open mic night, like specifically for open mics. Well, one of the places, the local place, the place here in De Pere, closed for remodeling, reconstruction, and they're going to be down for a few months. So we decided that
Keep passing one.
if our only place is out in Appleton, 36 minutes away, we could do it like once a week. You know, but it just it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right to
No.
drive all the way out to Appleton. And not that that's that far, but more so
For me, honestly, I wanted to start at a smaller scale. That was me.
Start at a smaller scale, feel a little bit more comfortable,
A little more at home, like where I'm at. Like, hey, if I'm gonna travel 30 minutes to go to a comedy club that, I mean, they have big acts. It's pretty well known place with big acts. I wanted to start a little smaller, a little more comfortable, and that was my thought.
Yeah, and I'm kind of right there with you, because the other thing with the green room is that their open mic night is open for all kinds of guitar. You can do all kinds of stuff. So there's not so much pressure into all right, this is everyone's got to be funny. This is it was more I really kind of the same thing. Get your feet wet, feel what it's like to see people and talk to people, and try to be funny to
And also a big
strangers.
thing with me and you, which we kind of talked about earlier, starting this podcast, is we sometimes have a way of getting our feet a little bit too wet at first.
Right.
You know, maybe going knee deep before
Too
we go.
hot,
You know,
too
just get
fast.
toes wet.
Right.
And for this, it was honestly a big thing with this, and it might sound like bitching out in a sense, but for me, it was I want to start a smaller local crowd at a joint that's not that, like you said exactly, where it's going to be different types of acts. It's not I'm going up against a bunch of people who are getting a bunch of laughs. I want to go into a place where I'm a little comfortable, at least getting on stage and trying it out, instead of just going up after some guy who's been doing it. I don't know.
No, I'm right there with you.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And
It's fucking scary, man,
well,
thinking about it.
and it's not it was I feel good about kind of bailing out on doing what we said we were gonna do. It's a weird feeling, in terms of trying to put your best foot forward, but also you don't want to not do something just because it's not the perfect timing or perfect situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's
if we can think about it and be smart about it.
if I would have known that the green room was going to be under construction, if I would have known this a month ago, I probably would have been well, let's hold off on stand up until they're up and running again.
And I mean, it's not like we're bailing on anything. We're taking a route we want to take.
Right.
And in between that, I mean, first of all, it gives us more time to kind of prepare. Because I remember when we first brought up this comedy thing, I was like, all right, what can I talk about? And I was like, all I can think about is going to the Golden Nugget up in Florence, or, all the stories of my friends. And I'm like, okay, that's super raunchy, and I don't know if everybody's going to find
Fuck it.
us trying to get somebody to fart in Stocko's face. Like, I didn't think everybody's gonna find that funny. And then, like, once I kind of broke it down, I'm like, okay, well, I can tell like stories about like me growing up with my family, like, you know, or me like that are still funny, and then kind of ease into our, you know, stories like that. Like, I need more time to think about it and actually think and act out.
Exactly, and that I would like to try it more than once or twice. I would like to do it at least 3 times.
Yeah, I would too.
And I really did feel like I don't think I would be able to do it 3 times in a row, going out to, like, let's just, on top of doing this, then Wednesday night, we'd have to plan out an entire night of driving there, signing up, waiting. Who knows how you might not get your 2 minutes of open mic time until 11 o'clock at night.
It's just better planning.
Yeah, so.
But also, like you said, fuck it. Who cares what you talk about? I mean, people are up there and say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just think for me, like, I just need to. I got to get my feet a little wet before, like I said, I'd like to do a couple at Green Room and then see where that goes, and
yeah. So we'll get there. We'll do it.
See how grimy we can get. You know, Seamus dragging me out of the lake, or
well. Glad you're here, buddy. No, I mean, you guys could do something like that. You know, you could do a couple too at the Green Room and then build up to the old app.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Do 2 at the Green Room. Our third go
big
at
shebang.
it.
You know, tell our locals at the Green Room to travel down to the Appleton spot.
Oh, you fuckers liked us out there.
You know, I remember
next Wednesday, Skyline.
I remember talking to my dad. I was like, there's no way the Skyline Comedy Club can be, like, packed on a Wednesday night. And my dad just kind of laughs, and he's like, what do you mean? Like, that's the day of the week where people, like, start drinking. Like, if everybody's going out, the Wednesday night's the start of the, start at the Comedy Club Wednesday, then we really hit the bars Thursday and Friday. He's like, everybody's going to be there. Thanks, Dad.
I mean, yeah, and especially, like, now that everything's, like, open.
And there's huge comics coming to
Skyline is just jamming
this
week.
Yeah.
Just this month, really.
Yeah. Brian Regan's going to be there. There's
Big J. Okerson's
going to be there. Like, there's big acts.
Yeah, there's big names.
And who's going to open for him? Old Stumpy and Baldy coming up hot.
Perfect time to get famous, boys.
Perfect time to get famous. Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, no, it just didn't feel like the right situation to try some open mics. And dude, crazy to think that there's one bar in Green Bay that does open mic. Like, all of these bars that do, like, karaoke, they can't just do, like, one night. Like, a Monday. A bar can't just be, like, Monday's open mic night. Like, I don't know, maybe we'll get a few extra people in.
Too many drunk fucks.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people who do open mics, but, like, not necessarily dedicated to comedy. I mean, Narrow Bridge Brewery out in Howard does open mic every Thursday, which is, I've been there a couple times. It's always just music. But I don't know if it's really.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
there's no clubs.
It's not just one place. Like, you drive over just to get over here. You drive past 10 bars, and, like, not one of them on a Monday night just wants to throw up a mic and be like, yeah, if people want to just try some stand-up.
And this is where your thought came in great, where you're like, not a lot of people do this. What if we started something? You know, what if we got together a group like, hey, this is an open mic for, but I also know a lot of places who like poetry and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. Maybe there's not a lot of stand-up comics around Yond.
Come on, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
No, I'm not saying that they would, be like expecting a bunch of stand-up, but what I mean is that just there's not one bar that's just like, yeah, we got a mic on like a Monday when there's no, like, literally not many people go to the bars on Mondays. It's just more of a dead day. They're not just like, yeah, there's a mic. Maybe it'll bring in like 2 extra people.
Oh. Open mic at St. Mike's.
Oh!
Hey,
dude,
he would be down, dude. He's got a stage and shit.
He does, dude.
We'd have to start it out though. We'll get like one person a night.
Dude,
we just make Mike.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, can we just throw up a microphone and just
open mic at St. Mike's?
Yeah.
Oh. big time.
It's too fucking catchy. You cannot.
Yeah, you can't.
We gotta
not
at least
do it.
try. We gotta at least try.
I'll talk to him on
Dude, and then
Thursday.
especially think of how much more comfortable we would be trying.
Oh, super
stand up and
comfortable.
Think about how fucking drunk we would be too.
Yeah, I mean-
like
What, $1 beers? All right, I'll give you $10, Mike,
do
and then I'll
whatever
go
the
up on
fuck you
stage.
tell me to
Yeah.
What joke you want me to tell? Sure.
Sure, why not? I love this bar.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
Not a
place to
bad
try
idea.
it.
All right,
Yeah.
well, I'll see him on Thursday, so I'll talk to him about it.
Shoot him a little.
See
Yeah.
if he's there. Usually he's taking a nap, but at like 10 or like till 10, so I gotta catch him at a good time.
I bet you he'd come up on stage.
Oh, absolutely.
Say Mike
man.
would love to get up and tell a joke or two.
Absolutely. I bet he's pretty funny.
Oh fuck.
He's like
yeah.
a black belt in karate.
He's got so many fucking stories.
Dude,
Half
the
the
oth-
time I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Me
but,
neither.
like,
I remember he told us a story when he was out at a wrestling match and he ended up putting somebody in a chokehold, and it's endless stories over at Seamo. He could just get up on stage. People would just tip him to tell stories.
literally, he fucking got up at fucking German Fest or
Yeah.
whatever it's called. I forget.
Oh
up on
man.
stage singing the songs.
Oh man, yeah, St. Michael's Pub. If anybody's listening, you need a good dive bar to go to. St. Mikey's Pub
Legendary.
on Riverside, legendary. It's been there since 1984. Is when that pub opened up, and previously he owned BB's, which was Boomer's Bar.
That one's still going on.
Yeah, the person who bought it from him had Mikey started it. Because they call him Boomer, or maybe his name's Boomer or Middle. I don't fucking know, but and then yeah, whoever came up upon behind him had the same initials, so they just kept BBs.
Fuck yeah, with $1 on the jukebox.
$1 on the
12
jukebox, you
songs.
get unlimited songs. What is it
$2 mixers.
$2 mixers,
Fucking
50-cent fucking beers
I
or
don't
50-cent
even fucking know.
pool.
And you don't even fucking dare tipping the guy.
Don't
because
tip
he'll
the
kick your
guy.
ass.
Do not tip
Don't
the
even
guy. You go to
try.
he has a whole board behind the bar that's tips that people have left that he tacks up there, and he puts their name, the date they were there, and so when they come back, he can pay for his beers from the tips he was left.
What a guy.
What a
man,
guy.
he's
What a
legend.
fucking guy.
Well, so okay, so let's talk about what we're gonna do, kind of instead of
Right.
comedy. Comedy's it's not debt. It's a progress.
Rain check.
Yeah, rain check, but we're thinking about it. We're
And-
figuring out what we're gonna do.
And I don't know about you, but I'll think of a random thought and just be like, oh, that might be something I could try to.
Oh yeah, every day.
Jot her down.
Yeah.
So. Fuck, the hard thing is when you think everything might be funny, you're like, oh, that could be funny. Oh, that could be funny.
And the
You're
thing
like, wait,
about it,
everything can't be funny. You're an idiot.
I mean, when you think about it, it's like you gotta make it funny. Like
Right.
a thought can sound stupid, but you gotta make it funny.
True.
And it's being able to make it funny, which is the key. But since we're kind of putting
In lieu.
in lieu, we're kind of putting stand up on the side burner for now. But kind of a big thing is we got ideas for a possible
New studio.
new stew area.
Yep.
I'm gonna be moving into a house here in a couple weeks, and there's a whole unfinished basement with a whole unfinished amount of potential down yonder.
There's a whole lot of stew potential
Whole lot of stew
in
potential.
the basement. And it would be just fun to
It's like an empty place for us to create our own place from the ground up.
right. And to just really make it feel like our own, really we've got pretty much all our touches in here, right? But
Yeah.
even more so, just have a little bit more room for guests. Like if we have Connor back, he can bring his guitars and really splay them
Yeah.
out. We can get a few more cameras maybe and just
Can create the space how we want it.
Yeah.
We can, we'll plaster the walls. We can have artists come in, do whatever they want. It's our space.
Right.
We can create it in the shape and the form however we want it to make it comfortable to us.
exactly.
Another thought I had for you. So, I love this table. I love the setup we have. And I've just thought about different ideas that we could sit. But have you thought about that at all? Like maybe how to be a different setup of how we sit from each other, maybe a little more spread out. I love the table, but
maybe make another table.
Oh,
Is that what you're getting at, or
yeah,
no?
I mean, just make. Looking like I was telling you. I watch a lot of different podcasts just to see studio setups, and I mean, a lot of people have it more spread out. You know, somebody sitting at a desk and a person over here at a table where they're a little more spread out. I don't know if it helps with acoustics or with whatever works. I mean, I like this, but
yeah, because you also see some where they're like right across from each other.
exactly, like Joe Rogan's a lot like that, right?
Yeah, Rogan's. I mean, Segura's.
Yeah.
But one of the things that people are like spread out from is there's like the people talking and kind of like on the camera, and then there's the behind the scenes guys who are like running the equipment, running tech, whatever they do. I don't know, producing. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's what they're doing apparently.
So that's what we got Seamus here for.
Yeah,
the
maybe
future
Seamus.
producer.
Catch me in the corner drinking beers.
Exactly.
But like it would be. I get what you're saying. Like we could have like a badass little like producer spot.
Yeah.
And, like fucking trick out a little spot.
Yeah.
Make
Put a
it dope.
camera. Yeah, put a camera right on it.
Yeah.
They can switch to that.
Producer
and-
Shane, boop,
Yeah.
and then we're looking at you.
Right.
He's just hammered, just pressing buttons.
Did I press the right button?
Wake up, Shane.
Yeah.
We just throw beer
Yeah.
cans at him the whole episode.
I think that I do like. I like. Yeah. I mean, personally, I think a little bit closer is okay.
I love this setup.
Yeah.
I was picking and
But I
picking
do
ideas.
think it would be cool to have like a spot, designated for our, hopefully producer.
Yeah.
Give me a spot.
Give me a
Make
spot.
me a room at the table.
Wink,
Give me a
wink.
stand.
Yeah,
Wink, wink.
We'll make you a plate, buddy, if you're
yeah.
willing to eat.
Yeah, man.
Tell you what, we will make you plate. Yeah, but
And if you could grab me another one of these stilt steppers, that'd be fantastic.
oh man, and my thing is
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you.
just having the pride in building our own spot. I mean,
Yeah.
I am so grateful for this space. I mean,
Right.
we were given this space to do whatever the fuck we want with it,
Right.
to build whatever we
Make
wanted
it-
out of here,
Make it our own.
and I mean, another thought with another studio is if it's at my house, Max doesn't have to pick me up every day.
Right.
And it's right down the road from. It's just a little more convenient, but then we can also build it to a size we want it, and just kind of do whatever the fuck we want because we're given
Yeah.
the opportunity to. The landlord, big mustache ride guy there, Tom, basically said, build however the fuck you want, do whatever you want,
Yeah.
and if
So
it
yeah.
sucks, we knock her down, build newer.
So, that's what we're kind of thinking our monthly challenge will be this month.
Yeah,
is
that's what we're
like-
getting into.
is building this, like taking the time to frame out a section. Do
Start
it-
by planning,
Right. Plan some. Don't just put up.
not
I
just
mean-
start building walls.
Right. Like just like let's,
Build a fucking maze.
yeah, exactly.
build a mirror maze to get into this to every guest. Like, come on in, bud.
You can't.
You can get in, but if you're too drunk to get back out, shit out of luck.
We'll put some bunkers in.
Oh, right. There'll be dead ends with bunk beds. in
Yeah,
it.
like, oh, you got
Yeah.
Ah, shit. All right. Hey, you got a whole cooler full of beer of the week.
Yeah, no, I so that's like an idea for this month's monthly challenges to like take the time to plan out framing up the basement or framing up a section maybe.
First, we start with a blueprint.
Blueprint.
Figure out how to do
yeah.
one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then
How
cool would it be if we had like, so for producer Seamus, you know how they have like the big glass
Oh, yeah.
windows, and you sit on the other side.
Set me up.
Yeah.
Set
Yeah,
me
we'll
up.
just put a fucking fridge back there with like 40 bush lights every episode. You just gotta know what you're doing though.
I'm not gonna know what the fuck I'm doing.
Exactly, you're fired.
Too
All
many
right, so
fucking
but we'll
high-
just put the glass up so it looks
I hear you.
like We'll just put the glass
put
up.
a-
Seamus will be sitting right on the other side
Right,
of it, right by
yeah.
us.
Just put a camera
Like,
on me.
I don't know what's going on in there, so I'm gonna sit out here.
Seamus, switch the camera. Pass me a beer.
It's gonna be
It's
great.
on you guys
No,
today.
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
great. Yeah, so Seamus, he says he knows how to do all that stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but no, I mean, this is an exciting month. It's a creative kind of laid back. We get to sit. We'll really like bust down and try and write something up, try and plan something,
Yeah.
and we'll get together with people who know how to fucking frame.
Right.
I know how to frame, but I've never built a room.
Right. It's like
So if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. And so I think a big thing for us is I think phase 1, really sit down there, figure out where in the basement we're gonna do it, how we want it, and try and figure out somebody who can make that plan become realistic. In all
Oh, yeah.
seriousness,
That might be
No,
the
I-
best plan you've ever come up with, Carl.
I-
I haven't heard a lot.
I-
Not a lot of things that come out of your mouth make a lot of sense, but
he's
that
been
one-
listening to a lot of them too, you know,
that
for a
one made
lot of
some
years.
Good sense. Good for you.
all right. So we repeat that.
So, God damn it! I said it so nice.
You did.
So
luck.
we're gonna go into the basement. We're gonna figure out what our plan is, our kind of dream setup, and kind of draw it out in our own non-framing mind, but as best as we can, and then get in contact with somebody who can kind of put that together and, I mean, knows, the do's and don'ts of framing and kind of give us a little plan of attack of how we can actually make what we want come to life. And obviously we'll talk to the owners of the household to see if that's okay with them. But by the sound of it,
Yeah.
dude's got a mustache now. It sounds like he's pretty fucking gung-ho for whatever goes on
What was
in
his
the
name?
basement or in his mouth.
Fucking
So I'm like,
mustache ride Tom Tom. Is
yeah,
that what it is?
hey, there we go.
Hey.
All right, so we better mosey.
So
I really gotta pee, so
hey,
I'm
go-
waiting to
no, shit,
transition.
Go. That's no. Go to the bathroom. I'll
You guys talk,
Yeah, we'll just.
and then we'll mosey on
hang
down to
out.
Bag Toss.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So cheers, brother. Cheers. And when Carl gets back, before we mosey down to Bag Toss Town too soon, we gotta get some stories out of you. We gotta
Oh,
get this caffeine story.
Ah.
And shoots. What was the other one? There was another one. Shoots. Maybe it'll come to me with the caffeine.
I've gotten fucked up plenty of nights. I've drinking enough booze, enough beers. It is what it is. But you ever get too fucked up off of fucking caffeine before?
I mean, I've had nights where I just couldn't fall asleep because I was like, I drank a 5-hour energy at like 5
You ever
p.m.
sitting in bed at 5 a.m. shaking, sweating?
Nah.
Yeah, well, you know.
You know.
Let me tell you about a time.
So how long ago was this? This was just like a
Oh,
few.
this was like 3 weeks ago. So I'm retired. Getting pretty fucked up, you know how it goes. And, I was drinking one night. And, I was feeling pretty tired. You don't like to feel tired when you're drinking because you keep drinking, you get just
Right,
more
you just-
tired.
might as
So
well
why
just go
not
to
drink
bed.
a little bit of Red Bull?
Oh,
Well, why
absolutely.
stop at a fucking little?
Yeah,
You
right.
know? No, so you know what? I decide to have one Red Bull drink. Just give me a little pep in my
sure.
step.
So
right?
just one Red Bull or like a Red Bull vodka?
Just like a little Red Bull vodka. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's where we started. All right.
Right.
That's where we started. And that was my little pep in the step. And then I was drinking with one of my buddies. And for some goddamn reason, he fucking loves Vegas bombs, baby.
Oh, well,
What
they
are
are
they-
delicious.
No, I'm sorry, cherry bombs.
Oh, cherry
Oh,
bombs.
I
Cherry
love
bombs.
Oh,
cherry
cherry
bombs.
bombs are delicious.
I'm a
as
big
well,
cherry
but-
Cherry
bomb
bombs
guy.
all fucking night. So me big and strong, and everything.
Yeah.
Big muscle
Right,
sham.
yeah. They don't call you Tubby
a
for
little bit of
nothing.
Red Bull goes a long ways, boys. Well, so I had one little Red Bull drink. We'll just start there, and then we start drinking the cherry bombs.
bombs.
Those cherry bombs.
They go down like juice.
Cherry bombs.
Like juice, yeah, like morning juice with cereal.
All fucking night,
Oh,
boys.
man. All night.
And we're doing a little bit of bar hopping. Cherry bomb to cherry bomb, and I go to this one bar and I ran into one of the bartenders, is a girl I used to went to high school with, and she's like, "Oh my god, good to see you." Yeah, all that bullshit.
Right.
Whatever. She was like, "Oh, let me get you this." Hands me a snorkel. Right? You guys know what snorkels are?
Explain to
Carl's,
yeah, I figured that out. Explain to the
Well,
audience.
you know, normally they do them. It's like a little Red Bull can. You open it up like you're gonna shotgun it. You pour a little out, pour a little vodka in it.
Right,
You know,
right,
normal is, normal can be. She hands me a big fucking Red Bull can, the
Oh,
BF
no.
fucking C.
Oh no.
And I'm telling you, I'm like 10 fucking cherry bombs deep, and now I'm about to do like, I didn't do one. I may have done two.
Oh my.
2 Snorkies?
God.
2 Snorkies.
But I'm sure at that first you're like, oh, fuck yeah, to give it to me.
You know, I looking back, I would have just, you know, if I knew Seamus, I would have looked at him in the eyes and said, "Seamus,
I know, Seamus. I would have told you to do it.
don't fucking do it, bud." Well, you know, next thing you know, I'm 2 fucking snorkels deep and fucking 10 cherry bombs fucking deep, and I am shaking.
Oh.
That's about probably, you probably drank like 5 energy drinks within.
I don't, for reference too, I don't drink energy drinks for a reason. I
Oh.
don't do it.
You a coffee
My
drinker?
God.
Barely.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Yeah.
So how'd this end up?
Well, you know, so I'm sitting at the bar and I'm looking everybody in the eyes. I'm like, I'm not good. Like, I'm not okay. Like,
Right.
I'm fucked up right now, but I'm not drunk.
Right.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking like a leaf on a tree. And so, you know, the night goes on and everybody's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "No, I'm fucking, yeah, I'm fine. It's okay." And I go home like, you know, this is perfect. I'm going to go to fucking bed, lay down. And, well, bed doesn't fucking happen. You know, you don't fucking fall asleep after fucking seconds. I'm sitting in my goddamn bed, contemplating every fucking thing that's happened in my goddamn fucking life.
Not just that night or that past week or month. That's every interaction. you had.
No, I shouldn't have done that on my 4th grade field
Every-
trip.
ev-
Son of a bitch.
Every single thought I've had in my life is flying through my brain at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I'm sitting in my bed about 5 o'clock in the morning, shaking, sweating, fucking thinking, maybe I should go to the fucking hospital because this isn't okay. This is not right. I'm sitting in my fucking bed at 5 o'clock in the morning Googling, I drank too much Red Bull. What the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, "Oh, you probably have caffeine poisoning." I'm like, I've never fucking heard of that before.
See that or cardiac arrest.
Literally. I was,
Oh,
my heart, I thought my heart was beating so fast I went to feel it. I couldn't fucking feel it.
Couldn't even feel your
It didn't
hands.
fucking exist. I swear to fucking God. And I'm like, I'm trying to decide what to fucking do, and I started, throwing up because I was just like, I was throwing up. I was like so fucking just
Right.
like,
Get it out of me.
just
Get
all
the
work-
caffeine,
yeah.
everything.
it was already in me though. It was, it wasn't coming back out. It was already in me. So I'm sitting here almost like 5:30, 6 o'clock going for a speed walk. And that was like the one time I felt okay when I'm fucking chugging down the fucking streets.
Olympic speed walk.
It's 5:30 in the morning.
1 foot down at a time.
Shamo, why
1
are you
foot
going
down
for
at
a
time.
jog?
My mom-
Just gotta get a
My
jog
mom-
in. Gotta burn those cows. Burn those cows.
My
Burn,
mom's
burn,
probably
burn,
looking
burn.
out her window. She's like, "This motherfucker hasn't worked out a day in a single fucking life." It's 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning. What is he doing in the
6 o'clock
street?
in the morning. He's benching 350 pounds. He's
Oh.
squatting. He's squatting. He's
Going
380.
3-point against the cows.
Yeah, dude, I'm just tipping fucking cows out of
Oh,
Denmark.
man.
Oh, but it was
So when'd you come down?
it was about a day later.
No.
So
My God.
I was let me just preface this too. I had just gotten my first vaccine shot that day too when I decided to get pretty fucked.
The COVID Coke run.
The old COVID Coke run. So I was feeling all types of
COVID
way.
and Red Bull, please.
Yes, I was feeling pretty good.
I didn't realize at the hospital when they give you the COVID shot, you get a vodka Red Bull.
Oh, a vaccine and a snorkel? All right.
Why not make it fucking two?
Just to make sure you're feeling good before you leave, take this cherry bomb for me.
Just a little pep in your step. I heard it makes you a little drowsy. Yeah, but anyway, so I do my speed walks and I'm all fucked up. And of course, it's like the one fucking day in my fucking life where my dad's like, "Hey, I really need you to help me out this morning at the fucking shop." And I look him dead in the eyes like, "Dad, I don't think I can do it." I was like, "I will try, but I don't think I can fucking do it." And I'm just fucking sitting there pacing back and forth in his fucking workshop, and he's like, "You need to go lay down, son." And I was like, "I'm fucked up, Dad."
Was that the time he put his hand on your shoulder and looked at you like, "I tried to tell you, one snorkel is enough, son."
Oh, yeah, and it was a fucking riot. And then I was supposed to work that day. Well, I didn't work that day.
Is that when you Is that when you retired?
Well, pretty damn near close. So I was about to call in the fucking work because, like, this is like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought maybe it would have got a little bit better.
Right.
It fucking didn't. It only got worse.
Of course.
And
Because your body is like, okay,
you're crashing at this point.
You're crashing, but you're also like, I can't be crashing, so I have to be up.
I think I was like levitating.
Right.
I was
You were
I
on
was
a
pretty
different-
much fucking floating at this point. The mind and the body were not together. But I was not feeling well, and I was like, I should probably call in the fucking work. That's what the honest person would do when you're that fucked up.
when you can't feel your heart beating anymore.
When you can't even feel your hand over your chest or your hand touching your chest.
When you're sitting in your bed at 5 o'clock in the morning Googling, "I drank too much Red Bull. What do I do?" No, but I was about to fucking call in the work, and I'm like dialing the fucking number. I'm like, can I do it? Can I not? My fucking boss calls me. Lo and behold, my fucking boss calls me. I'm like, this is fucking odd. I was just about to call you, bud. He calls,
Yo, buddy, what's going on?
Hey, did you have a Red Bull today?
yeah, 2, 3.
Plus a snorkel, I tried to get above water. Couldn't do it.
Just getting hyped for the night, boss. But he fucking calls me, and I was working as a sushi chef at the time, and there's only 3 sushi chefs, so it was me.
Oh,
It's kung fu fishing.
Chopping the feet. He calls me. He's like, "Oh, just so you know, Akko just called in sick. You need to come in early."
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, well, that's a problem."
Little do you know.
I was like,
sir.
"Well, that's funny because I was just about to tell you I'm also calling in sick." And he's like, "Oh, so are you coming in?" And I was like, "I'm gonna try." And I fucking tried.
Yeah, how long did you make it?
I fucking walked in that door, and the other sushi chef saw me. He said, "Go the fuck home. You should not fucking be here." So I walked to the front office. I opened up his door, and I'm like sweating bullets. I am drenched in sweat just from driving there.
Oh my God.
Don't know how I made it there.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was shaking, and I was like, "Hey man, I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. I'm about to fucking throw up."
Except you're probably like, "Hey man, I can't fucking do it. I don't really want to work."
Yeah, I was like,
In your head,
"I
you were
can't
like,
fucking do it."
Hey man, I can't do this right now.
I
And
know.
What your boss said was, "Hey man, I can't do this right now. I'm gonna throw up. I can't do it."
It's like in Yes Man when he drinks all those Red Bull and then tries to go do the yoga photography.
Literally.
Did you ever have a Red Bull? I just had a Red Bull. It's really great. You should have a Red Bull.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up though.
Man.
I went home promptly, and on the way home, I was just like, "This is not okay."
Did you try any the Lord's Chiba to calm me down, or this was in process of preparing for a new
no
work source?
I probably did. Don't quite remember. It's pretty fucked up.
Oh,
There was a
man.
lot of things happening, and I went home and I just sweat and shook in my bed for the next 4 hours
Oh, man,
until I
dude.
just inevitably just crashed.
How'd
And
you feel the next morning?
I slept for like a day and a half. Swear to fucking God, I slept for like 16 hours.
Probably just woke up like,
wet,
Okay.
sweat from all the sweat in my bed,
Right,
like
right.
in a fucking puddle.
You probably could have like drenched your sheets out in your mouth. It would have
Oh.
been like a snorkel
Whoa.
all over again.
Whoa. Well, yeah. Well, I learned from that night. We're
Oh,
not doing.
man.
We're not doing.
Weren't
those
you doing
anymore.
snorkels with me that night?
Nope. I looked you dead in the eyes like, Carl, I can't fucking do those, bud.
I'm not
I was
gonna
like,
lie to you.
Carl, I've learned my fucking lesson. I can't fucking do those.
I'm
bud.
not gonna lie to you. I did that one snorkel, and I went outside, and I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but I wanted one for some reason. I took one hit, and all of a sudden I got like cold and started like shaking outside, and I like told Lexi, I'm like, yeah, it's time to go home. I didn't
Yeah.
feel good either, and that was one. You took like 47 that night. So hey, I'm glad you made it, man.
Well, we're here, and
Hey,
Oh my god, dude! We've all had those nights where you just like.
just whatever goes down goes
Just-
down.
I didn't know you
giving
could
her.
get so fucked up off of caffeine before, though.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean,
Caffeine and booze together, man.
And a little COVID.
It's
and a little
Yeah,
COVID, man.
And a little bit.
So, needless to say, you're never getting fucking cold.
Oh, I'm immune. I'm a
Right.
fucking.
I'm
I'm
immune,
invincible.
yeah.
I'm immortal.
Oh man,
yeah, that's
it's so nice having you on the show because I'm never around like my friends during the show, so there's never anybody saying fuck as much as I usually say fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck, yeah. So like, fuck. It's nice to have you here, but I'm glad you made it through that, dude. I really am.
yeah. That's
I wasn't sure.
I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't realize how
But,
much of
but
a.
we're here. But we're here.
Hey,
Hey, yeah.
Glad
No,
to
we've
have
been
you,
there,
man.
man. It's. I'm telling booze and caffeine is fun. It is. I enjoy
it's fun
it.
for
Cocaine.
cocaine.
Beer.
But I mean, it's only. It's like, and then man, in college when you can just go like a few days at a time and like don't matter. It's and
Yeah.
then you get older and you think like you could still do it. You're like, oh, I remember like I did this. I can do it. And then you try to do it one time like you used to do it
like
back in the day.
Some of the shit we did at 3369, man, like I will never be able to do any of that shit again in my life.
Fuck no. Fuck.
Oh man,
I
yeah.
can't hang anymore.
I can't hang anymore either,
I can't
dude.
hang anymore.
No, and
Oh,
and
man.
it sucks because you learn it. You gradually like learn it. Like you just kind of get older and your hangovers get worse, and you're just like, fuck. Just all right, I'll take one day, and then it's like, a day and a half, and 2 days, and you're like, all right, I just can't waste 2 days of my life.
Dude, this
for one
motherfucker
night.
introduced me to a lot of stuff in my life.
All right, well, tell all my dirty little fucking secrets, Carl. Go on.
I'm.
We got a lot of episodes for that.
Yeah, we
boys.
do,
got a
we do,
lot
we
of
do, we do.
episodes
All
to
right,
get
let's
into that. We
let's
got a lot
mosey
of
on down. I was
episodes.
gonna tell some Lucy stories, but let's mosey on down to Bag Toss Town, ladies and
Hell
gentlemen.
yeah.
Hey, we're thankful. Let's say our P's and T's to Seamus Johnson. We're glad you're here. Glad you're healthy. Glad that Red Bull didn't take you out.
Glad to be here, boys.
Glad to be here. Max, you want to play a little
Also,
bit?
Oh yeah,
No?
yeah.
What
No, I
you
was
gonna
gonna
say?
say I'm glad for that story because that was great.
Yeah, it
man.
was awesome, man.
Thank you to Seamo for bringing that story in. That
Hell
was-
yeah.
that was
Ladies
beautiful.
and gentlemen. I mean, I was
Let's get
just
some bag toss.
let's
going on.
get some
toss-
bag toss, man.
Toss some bag, huh?
I'm gonna do.
Let's
Let's
toss a little bag, huh?
Let's try this one out, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ. What are we waking up in the morning? Let's try this one out, huh? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Seamus Johnson tell his stories. That's Seamus Johnson from Notre Dame Academy. We're back. We're going to play a little bag toss. This is episode 33 of Hollis Accountable.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Drinking a little Copper State, a little Stilt Stepper. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are feeling groovy. Let's get down to it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, episode 33. Me and Max gonna play some bag toss. We got Seamus Johnson on the commentary. Getting scary. His face is looking hairy. Max is looking bald.
Shut up. Toss these bags.
All right, fuck it. All right, episode 33, bag toss. Max, what are you up?
I am up 14-8.
14-8.
Yes, sir. Alright, I'll toss first. Some up.
One on the board. One in the hole for Max. Two on the board for Carl. Two on the board for Max. Three on the board for
Ooh.
Carl. One in the hole for Max.
So I
two
got,
on the board for
so
Max.
I got 2 points out of that.
Max is Max is winning.
Straight balling. Carl makes it in. 3 points for Carl. See if Max can cancel him out. Oh, he did the dirty. 0-0. Carl overshoots. In the hole for Max. On the board for Carl. Max sinks all fucking 3. 8 point for Max. None for Carl. 5 for Max. Sorry.
9 minus.
Minus.
Minus 4. So I got 5. 5 plus 2.
Math is
7
hard,
points
ladies and
for me,
gentlemen.
so it's 21-8.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's what did somebody.
Hell yeah! Woo! What a round of toss here, huh, bud?
Yeah, not too
What a-
shabby, not too shabby.
What a good round, huh?
Hey, yeah, good round. Good round. You know, I was trying out my new glasses. Couldn't see much.
Saw that buffalo trace in you.
All right,
Fucking
it's,
seeing 2 boards over there.
88-4 Max.
God, I'm gonna get like another brewery tour out of this or something.
Yeah, might stack them up before this shit ends. Thanks.
No, hey, it's only 20. We're playing to 61.
Ah,
so
yeah, it's not how you start.
It's
how
not,
the-
definitely not over yet.
So the bottle
But,
finishes. ladies and gentlemen.
nice to have 3 bags though, huh?
Nice to have 3 bags, ladies and gentlemen. That was episode 33.
Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen.
It's me,
yeah.
Max, and Seamus out here.
In episode 33, we had some little bag toss.
We're having fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
We're having
gotta
fun.
be careful with that mic, young buck. Young buck, gotta be careful with that mic over there. Remember my first time on the mics? Yeah, it was a cold day in December. Snow was falling.
The drinks were flowing.
Drinks were flowing. Street lights were on. I thought, let me get in the studio and get on the mic a little bit. Spit a little 1s and 2s. Carl started drinking the booze, and then he said, hey, y'all a bunch of fools. I'm gonna get out of here. It's too cold, and I need to get on a cruise. Somewhere down in the Bahamas. Check out all the pretty mamas. Get them spitting on me like llamas. Sowing my seed like a farmer. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to get everything set back up here. We got a little mental health talk coming. We got jokes coming. We got a little Richard Pryor talk coming. We got some more shit talk coming. Carl versus the dictionary. Carl's got to do a little freestyle. We got more show coming. Stay tuned. We're going to get it all set back up. Here we go. Episode 33.
So we played a little bag toss. Max is up. Max, give me that score.
21-8.
Oh, man. You know, Max is keeping his lead. He's been kicking my ass in a lot of these table games, but it's not how you start, Seamus. It's all about how you finish.
Hey, man. Oh, sorry.
Come back king, baby.
Come back king. Ka!
Yep. Yes, sir.
Hey, back in action. We're gonna. I have no idea what the fuck we're gonna do next, Max. What are we gonna do?
We got all kinds of things we can do here. We can kick it to a little bit of. I mean, we could do a little comedy history talk. We could talk a little Richard Pryor. Oh, we got to roll dice for our weekly challenge.
Oh yeah, let's start with that, huh?
Yeah, we got to check out the weekly challenge grid, huh?
We're gonna keep this music playing softly in the background.
All
Max,
right.
you won like every fucking time we play anything, so you go ahead and roll, bud. Yeah.
Okay, is there anything on here we got to take off? We got to take off create our own beer logo.
Yeah.
And we should put on here instead.
Seamus, give us a weekly challenge. Something to do during the week. A weekly challenge.
Sing karaoke, baby.
Sing karaoke.
Karaoke. All right, little karaoke night.
So me, Max, and Seamus were walking through the park one night, Stumbled upon this one guy drinking a tall malt liquor out of a brown bag, and he said, "You know what, fellas? Sometimes life gives you booze, and sometimes life gives you bag toss. And when it gives you bag toss, roll a couple of dice and figure out what you're gonna do for the rest of the
All
week."
right, here we go. Dice number 1. All right, so we're going to column 3.
In column 3, we got elliptical for 10 minutes every morning. We got cook something new.
We got write some stand-up.
Start planning a HUA trip.
Pick out a podcast for the other person to listen to.
And we draw each other cool tats.
Oh.
Maximilian, roll me up some of that
Let's see,
dice.
what
That
are we
guy said,
doing
roll
here?
that dice.
5. Pick out a podcast for the other person to listen to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is this week's weekly challenge. Max won bag toss. He's up a whole lot to a whole little. And,
21 to 8.
And
We
we
have
are
13.
we're gonna pick each other out. So now that Seamus, you want a part in there? You gonna be
Yeah.
back next week, bud? Okay.
Don't mind if I do, boys.
Hell
I
yeah.
guess I'll get
All
my
right.
feet in this water.
Ooh, he's getting the old tootsies a little soggy. You don't say.
Tootsies, huh?
All right, so by the end of this episode, we will have I will have one podcast for Max to listen to. Max will have one for Seamus to listen to, and Seamus will have one for me to listen to.
Yes, sir.
We'll all come back the next week, talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe Seamus will drink a little extra caffeine next week, so we have another story.
I'm good, bud. I'm fucking good. I'm cut off.
You're
I'm
cut
cut
off.
off.
Right on, right on,
More
right
caffeine
on.
for Seamus. He's at his fill. He's at his fill.
Right on. So, Max.
So we did it, man. We played a little bag toss. I kicked your ass.
Yes, you did.
Nothing
Yes,
new
you
there.
did. Nothing new.
Yeah, just call me. We won't get there yet. But
You wanna mosey on down to a wanna fit in a little Ka versus dictionary? You wanna do a little comedy history?
Yeah, let me talk a little bit about Richard Pryor for a little bit, man.
All
Let's
right.
get into some comedy history just a little bit.
All right, so we just played bag toss. We figured out the challenge of the week. We're gonna pick out a podcast for one another to listen to, and now Max is gonna give us a little bit of comedy history on Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
Listen up,
buddy.
let's go.
Okay. I was prepared, per usual.
Do a little searching.
Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, so Richard Pryor is one interesting dude, man. He is a comedian, one of the most iconic, legendary comedians that we've seen, and he has been in tons of movies with Gene Wilder. He was supposed to be in Blazing Saddles. He helped write that movie.
Really?
And then he was, I actually watched an interview before we came of Gene Wilder, and they were asking him, he was supposed to be the sheriff. He was supposed to be the other main character. He was supposed to be the black sheriff that comes into the all-white town. And he called the director, and because they were supposed to start filming, and the director was like, "Richard, where are you?" And he said, "I don't know."
What?
Or he's like, "Richard, where are you?" Or he's like, "What happened?" And he's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Cleveland." He's supposed to be in L.A.
Oh,
shooting.
jeez.
he's like, I don't know. He said, "How'd you get there?" And he said, "I don't know." And because he was, he
sounds like Richard Pryor was doing a little bit of them dope.
he did Richard Pryor did a lot of drugs. Let's see where
Supposed to be in L.A., ended up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hell of
So-
a fucking night.
Hell
Hell
of
of
a
a
night.
fucking night.
Whatever he started.
so first and foremost, his childhood was crazy, man. So he had a crazy, tragic early life. He was born to a prostitute named Gertrude on December 1st, 1940 in Peoria, Illinois. It's actually where my mother was originally born.
Shout out.
Shout out, Peoria.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out, Ma.
Shout out, Ma. Shout out, Pryor.
Shout out, Richard Pryor. Pryor's father was a notoriously violent pimp named Leroy Pryor. For much of his childhood, Pryor was raised in the actual brothel where his mother worked, which was owned by his own no-nonsense grandmother, Marie Carter.
So his
So
grandmother owned this brothel that his mother worked at, and this is where he grew up
he
in.
grew up. This
Was
is
he
where
pimping
lived.
his own wife? In the brothel?
Leroy?
Nah, he was the kid. He was
Probably.
great.
So
All right, say that one more
okay.
time.
okay, so Richard Pryor was raised in the brothel where his mother worked. That brothel where his mother worked was owned by his own no-nonsense grandmother, Marie Carter. So
Oh my
it's
god!
I don't know if the grandmother is his mother's mother or his father's mother.
Either way,
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. But with his mother periodically dropping out of his life for long stretches, it was his grandmother Marie who served as Pryor's central guardian and caretaker.
doesn't sound like much of a caregiver.
Yeah, I mean, in this New Yorker article published on his 10th anniversary of his passing, they wrote this. Pryor said that one of the reasons he adored movies as a boy was that you were never in doubt as to why the women in them were screaming. As for the sounds that Richard heard in the middle of the night in his room on the top floor of one of Marie's businesses, he had no idea what was happening to those girls. A number of times he saw his mother, Gertrude, one of the women in Marie's employ, nearly beaten to death by his father. Gertrude left when Richard was 5. He later registered no resentment over this. Richard said, quote, "At least Gertrude didn't flush me down the toilet."
Oh shit, dude!
He said this. This was not a joke when he said this, according to this article. As a child, Pryor opened a shoebox and found a dead baby inside.
Holy
So he
fuck.
had an absolutely traumatic childhood.
That's a
I
yikes
mean,
for me,
this,
boys.
This guy had
Yows! Wow.
an absolutely brutal childhood.
To say the least, man.
Some more interesting facts about him. He was actually he was a clean comedian. Nowadays, people think of Richard Pryor as a more dirty, swearing, cussing, kind of like commenting on the times and speaking as to how fucked up racism was, and it was still going on, and he was very proactive in that sense. But before he got really famous, he was a very clean comedian, and he was a lot of times he drew comparisons to Bill Cosby, and Cosby didn't really like that because Cosby was a piece of shit in his own right, and we'll find that out later, obviously. But no, so he was very Cosby-like in his performances early on, and he was actually doing fairly well for himself. But then he made a 180-degree change in style that led to him becoming the comedic legend. So one of the most well-traveled tales, and one that Pryor himself confirmed on more than one occasion, states that Pryor was performing his clean-cut act in Las Vegas one night when he looked out into the audience and saw Dean Martin among the crowd. If you believe the story, seeing the legendarily cool Rat Packer's face made Pryor question what exactly he was doing and caused him to abruptly leave the stage mid-performance. Around this time, Pryor moved to San Francisco Bay Area, dropped out of the comedy limelight for several years, and later re-emerged with the more pointed, in-your-face style that made him an icon. So yeah, he started off as super clean cut, saw this guy from the Rat Pack, and was like...
Yeah, I mean, Dean
Man.
Martin was another trailblazer, I mean, at that time. But, I mean, it's amazing to think, people don't necessarily imagine the depth and the darkness behind comedy in the pastime of maybe the person who's telling it. I mean, even from people like Robin Williams and
Yeah.
I mean anybody, Dave Chappelle, any comedian, the funniness that they portray is always usually like manufactured by darkness and terror and shit. That I mean, it's amazing that he could even make a joke or anything from what he came to. I mean, maybe that was his way of handling it, I guess. But
I feel like a lot of comedians do that. We hear their stories, as a joke. They tell it as a fun because that's how they do it. They're good at it, but they're real and they're true.
Yeah, and they're always the funny guy. I mean,
if you listen to them, they're kind of fucking dark.
I can't believe that he started off as clean. Like I would imagine he would have started off as dark and dirty. And he kind of like refined it to make
maybe he
it,
was
like,
scared to be anything more than that. Maybe seeing the kind of guy his father was, maybe.
Well, but I mean, in terms of like his comedy style, you would have thought like the way he was like poignant in your face, you thought he would have maybe like refined that.
Yeah.
And like, he started off way too in your face and too much. He was
and
too hard. He was too much. Like, I've been around women, been beaten. I don't know what their screams were. Like, whoa, dude, too much, and he dialed it back.
But also, when did he start? I mean, we went through plenty of comedians who were.
But that's what I'm saying. He started off clean instead of being.
Yeah.
Whoa, how did he even like have a clean mindset? Like in terms of comedy, like I would have just imagined he would have started off as dirty as ever. But
once again, this is not booze. This is Celsius water.
Yeah, right.
What a shame.
I mean,
Liar.
you'll find out by the end of this bottle.
there was actually a super famous incident where Pryor was believed to have set himself on fire during a drug mishap. But it is later told that so I'll actually just read this directly instead of trying to do it from memory. Okay. One of the most retold stories about Pryor centers around the incident on June 9th, 1980, where he set himself on fire and took off running down Los Angeles Street, fully engulfed in flames. Though he wasn't expected to survive the episode, he eventually pulled through and spent the next 6 weeks recuperating in the hospital.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. At the time, it was often reported that the cause of the accident was Pryor freebasing cocaine, which he did do. He did freebase cocaine. That is why people thought he did it.
What's freebasing cocaine?
So instead of snorting it, you're like, it's basically doing crack.
Oh, okay.
It's like doing crack.
Can't feel flames when you're smoking a crack.
Yeah, exactly. So Pryor later admitted that in a drug-fueled psychosis, he had actually attempted to kill himself by dousing his body in 151 proof 151 rum,
pineapple juice and Malibu, Caribou,
yeah. No. 151 proof rum and setting himself ablaze. A friend of Pryor's at the time has gone on record as saying that the idea for the act likely came about that evening after the two of them watched footage of
Thick Quang Dirk.
Thick Quang Dirk, the Vietnamese monk who famously burned himself to death in 1963 is an act of protest. So some people say he was trying to freebase and he blew
It's a lot deeper
up.
than that. It was
well, I mean
cocaine enriched, but like
but even so, like if it was me, I would be like, yeah, no, I was trying to kill myself, rather than being like, nah, yeah, I was just freebasing some coke and it got away from me.
I mean, it's fucked, dude. I remember learning about Thick Quang Dirk,
right?
Like in watching the video, like you could actually like it's fucked up. It's the protests, the side.
Yeah.
In the most fucked. Okay, I'm sorry to get into this, but the most fucked up part about watching is like it was like he didn't even fucking.
Crazy.
So I mean, obviously you do enough cocaine, you can just pretend you're that guy. They're that guy, but
next thing you know, you're running down.
This
the
is
streets of New
fucking
York,
nuts. Keep going about this guy because I did not know the depth of. I did not know the depth of this guy. It's insane.
He won the first Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, beginning in 1998.
Lighting himself on fire.
Yeah, right. Sorry. No, I mean, he was in a lot of movies. He was married 7 times. Married 7 times to 5 different women. So married a few twice.
He married a couple twice. He had a couple 2 tree.
Oh, here we go. Richard. He was supposed to be the starring role in Blazing Saddles. Pryor and Gene Wilder made 4 films together: Silver Streak, Stir Crazy, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Another You. But there could have been at least one more. Pryor was one of the credited writers on Mel Brooks's classic Blazing Saddles, which is one of my favorite comedy movies. I don't know if you've ever
Never
guys
seen
have
it.
I actually don't think I've ever seen it before.
It is. You guys should. It's a really, really good, just comedy. It takes on a lot of like racial,
Injustice.
it puts it right in your face and goes, "This is like we're still dealing with this racial shit."
So when did Richard Pryor die?
He died in. I'll find. I think I have it pulled up. I think I have it somewhere. But he died. He did die in a drug overdose.
On the right side, down a little bit.
Died December 10th,
2005.
He was only 65 years old.
Oh shit!
man.
So he wasn't. No, I mean he was.
Dude, there's still comedians right now at 65 who are like at the top of their game.
So would he
yeah.
drive like a cocaine overdose?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure I have it. I've got it somewhere, but
It's I mean, imagine like I'm glad he didn't die when he did that lit himself on fire. Like like I feel like that was just a drug induced like trying to prove something maybe thing like that would have just put a shame to his
right.
career. I don't know. That's insane. I mean, it's amazing what drugs can do to a person.
Well, I've done some drugs, but I've never lit myself on fire before.
But it's crazy how these this guy was a genius. These like geniuses, musicians we've seen die super early from drugs and how it's almost like they get to a point in their life where they can't really go any higher. There's really nothing more in their minds they can do.
Well,
almost,
I feel like if before you get to that point in your career, and this is obviously speaking on a person who has no idea, but you think the main goal is stardom and being famous and being and notified and being that person, and once you get there, I feel like for a lot of these people it's like a big fucking empty space. And like at that point it's like, oh, where do I go from now or from here? And once you add drugs into it, once you're famous and you have access to every fucking thing under the moon, it's
so his death technically wasn't drug related. It was his third heart attack. So he had coronary artery disease, and they attribute it to being brought about by years of tobacco smoking. But I can only imagine freebasing cocaine and all the other drugs he did cannot help with that.
I can imagine cocaine probably has a bigger impact on the heart than tobacco.
That's what I'm saying. And, do whatever you want in your free time. I'm not judging. I don't care what the fuck you do. But if you're going to do a bunch of coke like he was doing, as a famous person can do, the purest and the best.
Can I tell you guys
the
the most personal, insane drug story that I've heard from a person that I grew up around? And I'm not going to say names. You guys don't know this guy, but I grew up playing baseball with him.
Okay.
So there's this kid, and I grew up from minor league from when I was 5 years old. I played with him all until I was a teenager. And he got very, very heavy into LSD. And very heavy. And through his LSD experiments, he thought he pursued rapping. And so one night he took 12 hits of LSD. and he was convinced, and this is a completely true story. I was told from very credible sources, but he was convinced that night that he had gotten a call from Kanye West that told him
Not funny.
to fly out to Chicago
Oh, no.
and meet him, and he was going to help him with his rap
Oh,
career.
No.
So, this kid that I know goes out to Austin Straubel Airport,
Oh my god.
tripping on 12 hits of acid.
Jesus.
Doesn't go in the airport, goes to the landing strips.
Oh my god. No.
Strips down, butt naked, and starts chasing planes and screaming at planes until finally, like, a plane was about to take off, and he stood in front of the plane, butt-ass naked, and was yelling, like, like, I gotta go to Chicago, like, Kanye West, like, needs me. And finally was, like, bombarded by police.
Right. Yeah.
And put away for I think he's still in a mental hospital, but like
Oh.
it was a guy I knew, I grew up knowing, and
God.
like once I heard that story I was like, oh my god,
Jeez.
he would do something like that. It was fucking
12
Ellis-
hits of acid might do that to you.
yeah. I mean, yeah. So drugs are crazy. I mean, they'll do crazy shit to you. I mean, yeah.
Chase down airplanes,
Chase
set
down-
yourself on fire.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Fucking.
Yee.
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 Oh yeah.
Oh my
So that's
god.
crazy shit.
That's
Richard.
that's pretty crazy.
No,
yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
But Richard
Um,
Pryor, I mean,
Needless to say, he's not rapping with Kanye, but Richard Pryor.
No, yeah. I mean, he was most of like the Seinfeld, Chappelle. They all say was
Anything?
the best of the best. Dave Chappelle said of Pryor,
Top shelf.
you know those like evolution charts of man. He was the dude walking upright. Richard was the highest evolution of comedy. That's what Dave Chappelle said. So yeah, I mean, he was one of the the true innovators, an icon, trailblazers of comedy. He reinvented himself. He was in movies. He wrote. I think one of these fun facts over here, actually, he won a where did that go? He won an Emmy for writing. He was better known for his work in front of the camera than behind it. The only Emmy he ever won was for writing. In 1974, Pryor won the Emmy for Best Writing in a Comedy for Lily, a comedy special starring Lily Tomlin. He was also in it. So he was just a super creative, funny fucking artist.
Hey man, hats off to
Genius
him,
of a
dude.
man,
Like
yeah.
honestly,
yeah.
I mean, from
What a
fucking
legend.
rags to maybe not even riches, but just to fucking paving your path from something terrible and something
and
I can't even put my.
and like yeah, I mean,
I've never heard a story like this.
he got his like love of movies and entertainment because he knew where like the sounds of agony were coming from.
Yeah.
It was like his escape, that like everything, it was black and white in the movies, but in his real life everything was gray and muddled and he didn't know what was what, and he found his escape and he found his lane in that, and that's wild.
Yeah, I mean, to find success out of that, just bottomless pit that he was born into. I mean, it's
Right.
and it's insane. It's inspiring. I mean, I understand. I mean, the older I get, I understand when even drug abuse becomes a part of that road. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
for him to be able to make it and make the impact. I mean, he didn't just make it, he made an impact. He was a trailblazer. I mean, you know the name Richard Pryor.
Right.
You've seen it, like, and I had no idea any of that shit that happened to him. That's insane.
Yeah, I knew he was like I knew he kind of like, I knew he had a tough upbringing. I didn't quite know it was to that extent. I knew that he definitely was into drugs. I mean, it was the 70s when he was at the height of his 70s, 80s, at the height of his stardom. Like, of course, he's gonna be into some shit.
I mean, most people,
Yeah.
you know.
It's the fucking 70s.
It's the
dude.
fucking
I mean,
70s, man.
I mean, who knows? Who knows what the government was giving him because he was getting a little too big for his britches, probably talking a little too advanced about racial injustices, and they said, "Hey, whoa, buddy."
Why do you
Gotta
think
slow
fucking
these
Marley was
down.
You
popped
better
off?
start freebasing, buddy.
Yeah,
You better
hey.
step it up a
Hey,
notch.
and
You've
that's
only
a conver-
snorted this. Try
That's a
lighting it on
conversation
fire
to have,
first.
dude. That's a real conversation.
It is.
There's
it
a
is.
lot of big,
Yeah.
influential musicians and or
Just
actors.
artists,
You know,
musicians.
Marley's one of the biggest influential, not just musicians, but activists.
Right.
And somebody who brought, you know, the evils of two sides together. And I mean, he was assassinated for that. Like,
Oh yeah.
and not only that, like John Lennon. Like, there's so many people who makes you think a little bit. You know, once somebody figures out how to kind of make somebody understand what's fucked up about the government and to bring people together.
Yeah. Who do you think
we better-
assassinated MLK?
Exactly. Like, fucking A, dude.
The old government of the USA.
The old government of the USA, dude. Like, oh, man. It's endless.
It's endless. It really is.
You
So
know?
I mean, but yeah, no, a true a true innovator.
And look at
and
us, just a couple of whites just fucking sitting.
inspiring,
talking about
inspiring. God damn, what's the word? Conspiracy
cons-
theories.
Hey, they're not
Inspiring-
conspiracy. They're fucking honest
They're
fucking
fact.
facts,
They're
bro.
facts.
They are.
Richard Pryor was taken out by
Marley'd
the
be
government.
like 80 years old right now. Somehow he got well, actually, no,
Dude,
Marley
Pryor
was.
died when he was 65. We could have had another 10 years, 15 years.
He could still be here today.
Yeah.
He could be still be.
I
here
actually do have to say I was told Marley was not assassinated. He died of cancer, but
All right,
he was
cool.
shot.
Who do you
at-
think gave him cancer?
he was
government, man.
He was shot one time, but that was also in Jamaica by. It was a whole nother story. So.
Oh, yeah.
But MLK.
But no, there is
Assassinated.
there is
I gotta
is
study a little more.
There is a seedy, weird history to not just our government, all governments
Don't speak
are a
about
little
love
bit
and truth.
corrupt and have hitmen out. Why do you?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
we've all got them. Everyone's got them.
Eh.
But yeah, that's a little Richard Pryor. A little
Holy shit.
Hey, honestly, hey, what we're gonna have like a conspiracy segment, and we're just gonna talk about conspiracies, our own dumbass
Let's
views
do it.
on some conspiracies.
I know you got some conspiracies in your
Yeah,
head.
I got
Fucking
I got
shame
some
all.
weird fucking
So
thoughts up
so
in this head.
so this is what we'll do when that comes. We'll let it be known. We'll do research into it. We'll come prepared and ready to have a conspiracy show of just
letting her rip.
The
drinking
weirdest,
suds,
wildest-
talking,
Drinking suds and talking duds. boys.
talking duds with a couple buds.
With a couple buds.
Maybe lighting a couple buds, you know.
Doing a little bit of
some
drugs.
weed.
So, hey, are you in on this? Are you going to hang out with
I'm
us a
in.
couple more episodes? Or
I might come around once or
are
twice.
you just going to fucking are you just going to drink
Nah.
8,000 Red Bulls? We're going to have to find you at the bottom of the fucking barrel and bring you up.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Hey, can I get your battery pack?
Yeah, let's see how big of a charge we got. Oh, we're at 2, boys. All right.
But yeah, no, that's Richard Pryor. That's a little comedy history. I wanted to bring.
enjoyable,
I
dude.
knew he was an interesting dude with some crazy stories.
I wish we could play like
Some of his comedy.
yeah, maybe we can just do that and just risk getting flagged. Who's going to fucking sue us?
Well, no one's gonna sue us.
Our videos just might
Well,
not.
we're
make- I have
making.
no.
We're obviously making the big bucks, boys.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Who's gonna sign my paycheck on?
YouTube as soon as they start signing hours, which is as soon as
Yeah, we
Richard
gotta-
Pryor comes back to life. So we're both
Right.
fucked.
As soon as Richard Pryor flies out of my ass is when YouTube will start writing.
Flies
checks.
out of my nose.
We'll start writing checks to HUA.
Until then, we'll just keep drinking beers.
Yeah, exactly,
buddy.
man.
Is there any more in there?
Oh, there's a whole fucking charade.
Oh.
Whatever you want.
buddy.
There's no more
How
those.
drunk you trying to get? Eh?
Not too bad.
Give him one of those with the devil horns.
Is there any more of the HUA beers?
Nope.
Sorry
No.
to say,
Give 'em
guy.
a-
They were just
oh.
too good. I drank
Just
them
drink
all.
the fucking other next week's. I'll get us a new one.
No. Is there another Busch Light in there?
Nope.
There's
Get him
the
a.
old Henry's Hard
give me
Seltzer.
one of those with the horns on it.
Okay.
Oh man, we hated those.
Well, the ones we.
Why don't you just drink the yard games? We already had those.
There's a yard game in there.
Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
Oh,
no.
I can sip on this. These ones are good. I'll
All
sip
right.
on her. No worries. We got you want to get into the joke of the week or Kärel versus the dictionary? What
We'll do Kärel versus the dictionary, then we can do joke of the week, and then we can do Kärel tries to rap or something or Packer talk. We got a whole bunch of options, boys. What do you guys think?
I'm in.
we got a
I personally cannot wait.
What's going
wait
on,
for
Max?
fucking Kärel versus the dictionary because that just sounds like
it's always a
fucking
fucking
good
dumb
time.
bullshit episode, bullshit segment where I get it. It's not bullshit. It's great. I'm learning something every day.
I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
Kärel, do you remember the last
Bullshit.
word of the dictionary in the last episode?
Nope.
Well,
It was
No.
beguile.
Beguile. I'm fucking beguiled the fact that you made it out of your fucking
right.
energy
So hey, all
torment.
right. Since we just got through some Pryor talk,
You know what
Let's-
beguile means?
wild baby. I don't know.
Is that
what it
right?
means.
well, we got. Hey, all right, here we go. We're gonna get into that in just a second. We'll get into since we just got through Pryor, we'll do the joke of the week, and then we'll go Kärel versus the dictionary, and then you'll rap.
All right, cool.
And then we'll do a little mental health talk.
I'm
to
gonna go
wrap
take
things up.
a tinkle here, folks. You guys take a little bit of a break. You guys think
Yeah,
about
we'll
your
talk.
life.
We'll talk. Seamus and I will talk about the show. We'll see what he's thinking about. Carl, keep the tunes just kind of buzzing in the background. Hell yeah, slam that shit around. Thanks,
Fuck
buddy. So, Seamo, what do you think of this show so far, man?
I'm having a blast.
Having
I'm
a
having
good time.
fun, shooting the shit,
Shooting the
drinking
shit.
beers,
Hell yeah. Getting the
Get-
feel for the show a little bit.
feeling something. I'm feeling fucking something.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Shit. So did you know? I mean, you did the trash pickup with us a few months back.
I did do one part cleanup. It was pretty fucking cold, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was cold. Yeah, you came in like shorts and like a tank top.
That's
and
what we
like,
do in Wisconsin in mid-fucking December.
Yeah, I was gonna say in like what was that? Yeah, December.
Something around there.
So other than that, I mean, did you know anything else really about the show other than like Snapchats you'd seen?
Well, you know, I listened to the first couple, and you know they were great.
oh, those were our best ones.
They were absolutely
Holy
flawless. No, I actually did listen to them, and aside from you know, I think you guys done a great job setting it up, you know, into a better studio. The old the stew's looking great. First time in it.
Did you show up drunk?
Yeah. Well.
Let's get
No.
It's so great to
Hey,
be here with you
hey,
guys.
hey, come back. No. Carl told me about this when you guys were starting it up, and you know, aside from the old sound noises in the first couple episodes, getting things figured out, I actually did really like what you guys were talking about. You know, when you guys start on this in COVID, you know, I think a lot of people are in a big old slump. You know what I mean? A big old slump. You know, just you sitting at home, nothing to really do, getting into bad habits. You know, getting lazy. I was totally guilty of it, and I listened to the first couple episodes. You know, hurt my ears a little bit, but
yeah.
but the
it's
message
alright.
was there. No, seriously. It's great. You know, it even motivated myself a little bit to, you know, just challenge myself a little bit.
You don't got to give us any nice words. I was just curious if yeah.
I'm happy to be here, and I'm just giving
Well-
credit where credit is just due.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Hey,
buddy.
we
You're
hope to
too nice.
keep you
You're
on,
too
man.
nice,
And
yeah.
I mean, the more you're here, the more you're gonna wanna interact.
Well,
Hey, let me tell you a little bit of something. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 33. We got Seamus here, talking about his thoughts.
walking through a berry patch.
A berry patch that is very nice.
Mosquitoes bit. Ooh, I got a scratch.
Right on my ass. Ba-doodly-doo. Seamus Johnson from Notre Dame Academy is here tonight. Very nice
Sir.
to have you here, buddy.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know where we're going at.
We
But hey,
got- we
Seamus, very nice to have you,
We
bud.
got the joke of the week.
Joke
coming
of the
up
week.
here,
Oh,
bud.
yeah, we do.
We are into the joke of the week, and we'll get into Kärel versus the dictionary after that.
Son of a bitch.
I'm
Did you
pick-
guys know that Bob Marley has 12 kids with about 7 different women?
Richard Pryor had 7 or 8 kids with 6 different women. So
Married 7 times to 5 different.
Mary
women.
the head of the lamb. Something. Little Johnny's neighbor just had a baby. You guys know that? Sadly, the baby is born without any ears. No ears. The baby had no ears. When the mom and the baby came home from the hospital, little Johnny's family was invited over to see the baby. Before they left the house, little Johnny's dad had a chat with him and explained how the baby had no ears. Johnny's dad also told him that if he so much had mentioned anything about the baby's missing ears, or even said the word ears, he would get the hiding of a lifetime. When they come back home, little Johnny told his dad that he understood and agreed not to mention the baby's lack of ears. Little Johnny looks inside the bassinet and says, "Wow, what a beautiful baby." The mother replies, "Well, thanks, Johnny." Johnny says he has beautiful little feet, beautiful little hands, and a cute little nose, and really beautiful eyes. "Is he able to see all right?" little Johnny asked. "Well, yes," says the mom. "We are so grateful. The doctor said that he will have perfect vision." "That is great," little Johnny says, because he'd be fucked if he needed glasses. Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
Ah.
that is Das Joke of the Week, man.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that one.
Hey, you know, you need ears to hold them glasses on your face.
Hey, don't bring up the ears, you asshole.
That baby has no ears. The clown has no penis.
What kind of dreams are you having? All right, we
Oh,
are on to
fuck
Kärel
me.
versus the dictionary. Oh, I've been looking at words for the past 5 minutes, and I just cannot. God, I feel like I could go easy. I could go moderate.
They're all
None of them are overly hard. Okay, I'm gonna say none of them are like.
okay. Can you put yourself in my brain?
No, yes, that's why I'm like. Last week I wouldn't have given you blandishment. You know, like.
That's fucking bland. Nothing to it. Is that what it means?
You would have won last week.
Really?
No, you
Oh.
wouldn't.
You know what blandishment means?
I think you're crazy.
Not quite. Intentional flattery or persuasion.
Okay, so you're a fucking idiot too.
Well-
Give me a name, huh? Give me a word, huh? All right.
All right.
Ah, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a funky song to get us on into Kärel versus the dictionary. Feeling smart. Max little bitch and I'm feeling really smart,
All right.
All right, I'm good to go.
All right. I've decided. Your word. Cognizant.
Oh, cognizant. Like, I'm like, fuck you, Seamus.
All right, so what
I'm
do you
cognizant.
give me the definition first.
Like, God damn it. I'm cognizant. Like he's cognizant. Like he's alert or See, this is where I feel like
Try to use it in a sentence.
Seamus is getting drunk, but he's still cognizant of what's going on around him. Cognizant, aware, alert.
Yes, you are basically there.
Okay, see, I know what I'm saying. I know what cognizant means.
It's more
Don't
so
fucking eyebrow me over there, fucking Schneider boy.
It's more so of like you're kind of you're like 95% there. It's like a realization of what's going on around you. So like you're cognizant of the fact that
Like times are bad. Like I'm cognizant that I'm cognizant that I don't have enough money to pay for this thing, but I don't fucking
sure, yeah,
know.
no, yeah. It's so the example that they give here is politicians must be cognizant of the political boundaries within which they work.
So I know what the fuck the word
See,
means.
you get it.
Carl's a smart dude.
If you saw it in a
No,
if
I'm
someone
not.
said it, someone was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm cognizant of the fact that Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time, but he
Yeah.
hasn't won the most Super Bowls." I get it, but Brady's the best. You could say something like that. Now,
C-O-N. I feel like I'm wrong now.
start
C-O-
over. Start over.
Start over?
Start over. I'll give you one mulligan.
So I started wrong.
Your third letter was wrong.
C-O-U?
You got one mulligan.
C-O-N?
You're
Cognizant.
Okay, I'll say it again. Cognizant.
C-O-G. N. E-S. I-A-N-T. Fuck! How do you spell it?
C-O-G.
Wait, what did I say? How did I say
You got that part right.
You did eventually get the C-O-G. N-I-Z-A-N-T.
Oh, there's a C in
Yeah,
that bitch.
you said so instead of the Z, instead of the I-Z, you said E-S. Right?
Hey, at least that was the closest I ever
so
got.
you were pretty close. You understood
Not
the
bad,
here's a word for you, the phononics.
yeah,
that's
fuck,
not-
I don't
that's
know what
not
the
even a
fuck
word.
that means.
That's
We're not
not
at P yet.
That's not even a word.
Come on, save that one for later, bud.
You understood the I don't even know that word. I said it wrong. I'm dumb as shit too.
Hey, good for me. Hey, I'm cognizant that I can't spell.
Hell yeah. So that was Kärel versus the dictionary, everyone. Oh, man. You're getting closer. Every week you're getting a little closer.
I like that one. I kind of want to go a twofer today.
You want to try another C word for a...
Cunt.
I was just going to say...
You're a cunt. Oh, I'm sorry. That's wow. I should not. All
Ah,
right, give me
fuck
another C word. Give me
Throw
one
it
more.
out.
Give me one more. Give me a twofer today.
All right. Cajole.
I don't know what the fuck this means. Do you know what this means, Seamus?
No, I have no fucking
Can
clue.
cajole?
Cajole.
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 I'm just cajoling with you. Kind of. Was that like conversing?
No, not really.
Okay, cajole.
I mean, conversing. Yeah, I mean...
Telling the blatant truth, telling the like the facts of something. I don't know. What does cajoling mean?
You're this one. You're not quite as close. It is.
I've never heard this word in my life.
It's like to persuade by flattering, or to like coax something out of someone. Like
hey, like
like if
I got I don't know what he.
You're a good drinker. You should come take another shot with me, bud.
like if I'm trying to get some sushi out of Seamus. Dude, you cook up the best sushi in the whole fucking city of Green Bay.
I'd love to
How-
try.
How do you
Thanks,
do that?
man.
Let me just see how you do it. and-
Cajoling.
Yeah, you cajole it.
CONGULING.
Dude, it's literally spelled cajole. 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 And it's a C. It starts with a C.
C-A?
Cajole.
Cajole! C-A-G-O-L-E.
There you go.
Bazinga! I love the dictionary.
Yes.
Oh, man. Hey, just another fucking day of me versus the old dictionary. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not beat it. But
No,
I'm
you
getting
didn't.
closer.
Hey, man. We're getting there. Little by little every week.
So what are you going to do now?
So we have, we're on to mental health talk this week. This
All right.
segment here.
Are we going to...
I've got a few different ideas for some quotes.
So I don't have to do any freestyle or nothing?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you do got to do a freestyle.
Okay.
Seamus, you want to think of 5 words and write them down here?
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so while you're thinking of the 5 words, I'm going to just kind of peruse through some of these quotes that I...
Cruising on through.
found.
I'm just cajoling, you know what I mean? I'm just, Damn it. Wait, what was the first word?
It was,
Conjunction?
well, how do you spell that word?
C-O-N-G-U-C-T-I-O-N.
Close enough.
Sure.
Conjunction.
I heard you forgot what it was.
H-E-I-N-E-K-E-N.
Cognizant.
Heineken.
Cognizant.
I'm cognizant that I have a Heineken.
Tom is cognizant all the time. He's always looking around.
Looking for God. Hey, we're happy to be here, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 33 of the old Hold Us Accountable Spelling Bee. Max is ducking and strutting. Seamus is writing and typing. Happy to be here with you guys. I'm trying to learn dictionary words. I'm going to attempt to freestyle a drunk rap that's going to sound like shit, but why not, you know? You know, Shame?
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm
got
so
some,
excited.
I've got some good words from
It's
you.
the
Don't
first-
worry. I'm setting you up for success.
Just
Don't worry about
no
it.
dictionary words here, bud.
Well, if
no
you're a
conjunction.
Kajorn or I already forgot the other words. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, what an episode! Hope everybody's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's only 9:30. Wow.
Well,
Ugh. Jesus Christ, Max. You pee faster than any motherfucker I know.
that was a speed run.
I got a show to do.
I got a lot of energy now. Whole bottle of Celsius.
Whole bottle of Buffalo Trace in ya. Woo!
Buffalo Dictionary. Conjunction, extraordinary.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually a good one here. Okay, I've got a good quote for us after we get through this rap. Man, I'm not.
Nothing crazy. Nothing.
Maybe we should do some quotes for. Maybe we should.
Nah, we're not gonna do mental health talk before the freestyle.
Why not?
Ooh, this is a good.
It's not bad.
This is a good list.
All right, I'm gonna
I
put
told-
this out front right now. It's probably gonna go terribly.
It's
Well,
all right. I
sorry,
set you up for success. I really did.
Success, big breasts,
You're already on the right
HUA
track.
Fest.
Yup.
Well, if it goes terribly, then you just don't get to toss bags next week, I guess.
What if I do the weekly challenge?
I'm just kidding. You shit, man.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for any of this.
Well, find yourself a tune there to bust some freestyles too.
All right, find me a tune
Up
to
in the
bust a
stew.
nut to. Buffalo K. Wow. Beast mode hip hop instrumentals. How about that,
Whoa,
huh?
Let's see. Let's hear that.
You got words? You got them all?
Oh yeah, Seamo wrote down 5 good ones here.
They're not bad.
They're not bad.
Not bad.
They're good. I'm digging them.
Happy to have everybody here on episode 33.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
Still can't beat the dictionary.
One day you're gonna get it one of these days.
I'm not good at sounding out those words, you know. All right, so Seamus, you get to pick shuffle. You get 3 shuffles, so you pick till you feel. Oh Jesus!
I didn't even press any buttons. It's just the first song that played.
I mean,
It's not. You do whatever you want.
And it's not
Holy
an instrumental
shit.
though.
yeah, I was gonna,
I don't-
yeah.
If I'm in the club, I'll be busting a nut.
Was that on the free music site?
I don't know what I literally picked up the phone. I must have clicked something, but it was balling. So.
Just press shuffle or just press whatever.
All right.
This is not on the free music
So
site.
what? I get 3 shuffles. I gotta pick the one I like the most, or what?
Yeah, do whatever you do. It's your life. I'm just living in it. Oh.
Let's see where it goes. For a
Booty,
second.
booty, booty, booty stank.
First word,
Wait.
Bacardi.
Oh shit!
Oh man, I like.
You didn't like that one?
I mean, you're picking. Don't listen to my oomps and umps. Oh.
We got it.
First word's Bacardi.
Bacardi. Another night we getting rowdy. Just blacked out, drinking Bacardi. Max, what you gonna give me?
Panties.
Hey.
I've been staring at panties.
Hey.
Seeing X-rays. I'm looking at panties.
Max. Hey! All right,
Hey,
that's nice.
panties.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 33, Kärel versus the microphone. My word is panties.
Hurry up, moving slower than my granny.
Hey, you stinky like my granny. Them titties saggy like your granny wearing panties. Hey, Max.
Grocery.
Hey. Hey, she can't hold me. I be eating that booty like eating groceries. It sounded good. Max me read another word.
Wallet.
Hey, money in my wallet, I hold it, I really hold it tight. About to rap all night.
Cooler.
Hey. You can't fool her. Keeping it cold right in the cooler. Got a couple beers, yo, I'm drinking them all night. Think I might black out tonight like. That's the book. That's dumb. That sucked.
Yeah, not your best work.
That was weak.
Not your best work.
I'm upset.
Well,
I set you up for success.
Hey, she got some big old breasts. Writing it down in the checkbook, it's success. I'm so upset, dude. I want to do over. This is bullshit. I want to do over. Give me one do over.
You want to do over?
You know what?
One do over.
Same words or new
You know-
words?
New words. One do over.
New words? Okay.
All right.
I want one do over
You
because I'm
pick 'em up,
upset.
Max.
All right.
You did set me up.
I did.
So
they
if
were
I
good.
just blank out on every word again, then I'll
Yeah, maybe
chug a beer or something.
maybe you read them and then just fit them in. Either way.
Either way, it's fine.
Either way.
People don't forget. Max, you give me 5 words. Other than conjunction,
Cajorn.
conjoined, concooler,
I'm gonna give you
boobies.
every 5th word of Kärel versus the dictionary. We should do. You've got a freestyle with the 5 words you've done.
Okay. All right, but not now. Not
Nah,
starting
no,
now.
no.
This is a do-over. I'm calling a do-over, and if I fail, which I probably will, then I don't know. But I was not happy with myself. Like, you gave me such good words.
I did.
You
I
gave
did.
me such
yeah.
good words.
Bacardi, panties, groceries.
We getting naughty.
Cooler,
I'm blacking out,
wallet.
drinking all this Bacardi. Hey,
You know
And
what?
I'm
The
happy
party-
every time a pretty
Got
girl
so
dropping
much
her
money,
panties.
Gotta get it off me.
Yeah, see, now I can think of...
That's what I'm saying.
All right, see, now I'm ready for pressure now. I'm ready for it. Smoother than molasses. Max looks like a slow Bill Gates wearing glasses.
I'd be a slow Bill. I'd take a slow Bill Gates over me any day of the fucking week. Bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I need $1 I can
All right,
borrow.
All right, I got 5 words here for you.
Jesus.
They're gonna put you into sorrow.
Oh! Now you press shuffle. Anything you like the sound of, you keep.
All right.
You get
I
you
didn't
get
know-
3 goes. You can go on the first, whatever you got.
All right.
And if I fail, I could fit. I'm probably gonna choke on the first word. So
That's fine. I know the rules now.
all right,
Let's go.
know the words.
This sounds like some Carl vibes right here.
Yeah. What do you got, bitch?
I'm gonna wait till the beat drop.
It's about to drop. It's really weird.
Table.
Yeah. Hey, moving slow, dog. I'm disabled. It's cool, keeping shit steady. I'm like a table.
Bottle.
Hey, and I don't wanna waddle. Got a little drunk 'cause I'm drinking right out the bottle.
Tea.
Hey, and you wanna look at me? I be keeping it steady. I smoking bleed, drinking teas like.
Basement.
Hey, we getting wasted, and that's cool. We be chilling out in my grandpa's basement.
Chicken.
Hey, and you be licking on my dick like I'm eating up on that chicken. Shit, and I be awfully cool. Write some notes, motherfucker, like we going to school. Headphones on, glasses on, like you looking like Max. About to bail you out like you paying with tax. And Seamus here like we about to. Don't know what to say, but I'm feeling alright. We about to black out, probably like all night. Hey, nose ringing your nose. It be getting called up like you be doing some blow. Take that shirt off, dog, 'cause we get rich. Alright, cool, we did it. Alright, that went cool.
No, that was-
I actually got a song that I wrote
That-
to this beat, so it's cool. I knew the lyric.
That's fun.
Hell yeah.
No,
Hell
that was,
yeah.
that was,
Alright,
good.
let's
That was a
do
good second take. I'll give you
Yeah, that was
redemption on
good.
that.
Take
That was
2,
good.
yeah!
Yeah, take 2 was good, man.
Alright,
Take
alright.
2 was good.
Take 2 is good. Take 2
Hell
is
yeah.
alright.
All right, so
Alright, cool, man, we're back.
that was cool. That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was
You
alright.
Redeemed yourself. That was
Redeemers,
okay. I mean,
I mean, it wasn't.
better than.
Want to
better
come up with
than-
another 5 words? Go
No,
for
I was
it.
gonna
I'm
say it's
say-
better than your first attempt, man. Like give yourself some credit.
Hey,
you didn't,
good
you
for
didn't-
me.
You didn't crumble. You didn't go. Oh man, I sucked. I can't do it.
I'll choose a little less, more like less syllables next time. You know, I know
Yeah.
Carl can handle many of them, but I think it's okay.
Man, I thought more
Fuck you.
syllables would have been better.
Fuck you.
You
Fuck
suck
you.
cock.
Fuck you. Fuck. Okay. What are we getting into now?
Fuck you, Max. We're getting into a little bit of that.
Some little.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna start this off. We're gonna do a little mental health talk
Mental
for
health
y'all, ladies and
talk.
gentlemen. Max got a couple of quotes.
Yes, indeed.
So basically,
we got a few different quotes each week. We like to look at a different mental health quote, talk about it, relate it to our lives, break it down. I think, what was it, 2 weeks ago, man, we really broke a quote down. You kind of broke through with it in
Yeah, man.
terms of, like, figuring out that, what was it, like, something like, you know, the gist of it was that 2 people coming together and really just,
it was like nobody can. You can't like. Not everybody can understand the fight you're going through, but it always helps to have somebody there with you or something like that.
right.
Or like, yeah, something in that standpoint. And I mean, we get deep into it. We
Yeah.
give a quote, and then we kind of think about it and shoot the shit about it. Kind of the more serious part of the show.
Yeah.
So I mean, it helps having an EDM
I was
beat
gonna say,
going
it's a
into
good
it.
thing we got
I'm getting fucking
fucking
hype
Miami
right now.
banger going on.
How about How about this? All right, we're gonna talk a little
Hey.
mental health talk.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, my name is Carl.
And my name is Matt.
Seamo.
And today on Mental Health Talk,
Max is gonna
Hey,
give us a
hey.
little bit of a quote, and we're gonna break it down.
I'm going to read us all a quote, and we're going to talk about it.
All right,
And we're gonna relate
cut
it
the
to
beat
it.
at that.
All right.
Well, actually, yeah, there we go. All right, Max, what's the quote?
All right, so I did want to change it up a tad. I was looking for more of like deep thinking.
Deep, dark.
Yeah,
depthy.
a little bit. Not so much like mental health heavy, but trying to find something that made you think and relate it back to mental health. But this one didn't quite. Is more. I'll just get into it. This is quote: "The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel." This is from Stephen Furtick, Furtick.
I mean, I think right off the bat, a lot of the times I look at friends, family, or people, classmates, and I think the only thing you see out of a person, if you don't know them necessarily or dig deep into them, is their highlight reel, what they're doing, what they're top of their class, or top athlete, or the coolest guy in the group.
What's on their social media feed?
What's on their social media feed, exactly. And I mean, right away, if you compare the shittiest parts of yourself to only the cover of the book, basically, like, you never, I feel like to that is like, you're always comparing yourself to somebody without knowing what's deeper, what the more depth of their story.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first thing I thought about when he said that was social media,
Right.
You literally, you go on social media, you see, all these pictures of everybody having a good ass time doing blah blah blah. That's literally a snapshot of their fucking life.
Oh yeah.
Like half a fucking second of like a good time. But you don't know what that person does when they go home by themselves, when they're chilling in the room or doing whatever. Like that's just them having a good time, like, and then you just portray that person as that image.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's them all the time. They must be always doing cool, fun, exciting things. They must always be happy. They must always be.
And that could be all
whatever.
their pictures. That could be every little bit about them. So if you don't know that person, the only thing you think about them is, oh, these people, they're constantly having a good time. They have people who are enjoying their presence around them. They're partying, just enjoying life all the time. And I'm sitting here just looking through their pictures or, whatsoever.
Yeah, I definitely think comparing is something as just humans, like we do naturally almost. Like we just compare ourselves to what we see. And it can go from, the social media to you just see someone walking down the street. They might have a really an awesome pair of shoes, and you're like, oh, what? Like, I wonder what they did. They must be super rich in order to buy those shoes. Or you see them wearing super nice clothes or driving a nice car. You think, man, they must have it just made because they've got these things, or this is how they look. This is how they portray themselves. But you don't know. I mean, behind those things could be someone in turmoil, like really struggling with who they are, and all the things, the flashy things could just be a front for them trying to figure out who they are. But you look at it and you think, wow, they've got it figured out. That's who I want to be. If that's what motivates you, I don't know,
And I've also been on the stance of, I feel like I've been on the side of where, like, I at times in my life I have, like, we talk about social media where I put things out there to make it look like, this is what I'm having a good time all the time, or I'm I'm surrounded by, or I'm surrounding myself with all this good stuff. Like sometimes I put on that front where it's like, I'm sitting out in front of the lake having a cup of coffee, smoking blunt, like I'm just at ease with myself, and I portray that image sometimes to like want people to think that of myself, like think that of me, like that I'm just laid back, nothing's going on, where like in reality people don't know what the fuck's going on with me. So like sometimes it's a front for me. Like
for sure.
Looking at people, like I'm sure that's a front for a lot of people that it's judging a book by the cover sometimes, I feel like.
Oh yeah, and it's a front. I would think, I mean, in terms of my own self, like for myself, if I'm like trying to post or trying to portray something that I know like is not currently my state of mind, but I'm trying to, like you said, I'm sitting out by a lake, so let me post me sitting by a lake and some like deep quote or whatever it might be. And yeah, for that moment in time, you might be tranquil and at peace with yourself, but 99% of the time you're not. But you're just putting out there that you are to make you feel like you are.
Can you read that quote one more time?
The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel.
I think that hits with the time of day, especially. Think about. I always think about in like back in the day before social media, before putting your image, so to say, out in front of everybody. You know, like, and that's something that I always struggled with. Where it's like, yeah, I always wanted to try and put a front out on social media, but I always hated the fact that I did that. Like,
right.
I always hated the fact that I needed other people to see that I was trying to be something, or even if I was something that I needed people to see that. And I think the whole reason I've done that plenty of times throughout my life is because I've seen people having a good time, which I thought was like their lifestyle, which I wanted to not necessarily top or like make people think that way of me.
Right.
But it can be very toxic.
Oh yeah.
Like
it kind of gives you like this idea that it makes you more appealing. You know, to others, it makes you seem cooler. Like, it makes you feel like you fit in. It makes you feel like you're like the main character.
Yeah.
Of like fucking everything. Like, I'm fucking doing I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing all this cool stuff. But in reality, like, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are posting stuff, but everybody just kind of goes home at the end of the day, and you're just.
And that's what you don't
you're
realize.
Just kind of chilling, but you're left with that image of that person because you don't see them. At the end of the day,
right?
Just hanging out, being a normal person, you see them within their party lifestyle or whatever, doing all this cool stuff.
Or maybe not even going home and being a normal person, going home and maybe having to take care of their brothers and sisters because their parents aren't there, having to go work a couple jobs because you know it's like you never really fucking know. But it's portrayed that way, and that's I think that social media is a very positive thing. But it's a very, very toxic thing.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time.
100%.
Where I have gotten so sucked into it, where, like, I don't even know why. Because, like, in high school for me, it was like, I wanted, in a sense, attention drawn to me by maybe people who are older than me. Like, hey, look at, you guys are all out like, I'm just, like, take it easy. Like, I'm just chilling. But when I, like, maybe the time I'm taking those pictures, like, I'm going through the worst anxiety and depression in my life. But, like, I want that attention of other people to look at me in a certain way.
Yep.
Where, I mean, if you ever imagine what it's like to live in a time where, like, phones and social media wasn't a thing, where, like, you were just living your fucking life, and the people who saw you were the people who saw you. Like, you weren't posting anything. Nobody was portraying you anyway because of a fucking photo they saw of you. Like,
yeah, I mean, for me, it was like it really didn't start becoming like a big thing until I was like a sophomore to like senior year of high school, and it wasn't my thing. I just didn't really give a fuck because like you had to have a computer. You couldn't just do it on your phone because we had flip phones at the time, so you couldn't just like go on your phone. You had to go on a computer. You had to log on. You had to do all the shit. It wasn't just like a quick, easy thing. So I was just like, I don't want to go and spend even like with AOL, like instant messenger.
Yeah, man.
And all that. Like, that was like the first social media kind of for me in my head because it's like the away message was a big thing. Like, oh, I'm out doing something with buddies or I'm out doing this badass thing, so don't like shoot me a message because if you do, this is the message you're getting back. It's that I'm on vacation right now doing something badass.
I'm in Monaco, bitches.
Yeah, like the away message was like the first like for me social media.
Yeah.
And AOL and like. And I was never, I could never like sustain conversations with people. You know, I like to think about it because I'm just not good at communicating with people like electronically like that. But really, it's just like that type of like interaction, and like I need to see people's faces. I need to see like build a rapport, and even then I'm still awkward and not good at communicating with people. But like it was just never a thing. So it was all like, but that pressure, I still always felt pressure to. Like, even when I knew Facebook was a thing, but I wasn't really on it, I still was always like, oh, I wonder if people are trying to find me on Facebook. Maybe I should get one because I wonder, it was like, it was always still in like, the back of my mind, or it was like, oh, maybe I can get in this picture and I'll get tagged and I'll be on Facebook. It was like that little kind of stepping into it was like was a weird thing for your brain to like.
Yeah, and I mean I feel like that I got so caught up in this shit in high school. I still do in a sense. I mean in high school you can look back at the shit you posted on Facebook or whatever.
Right.
And I mean this quote for me does portray super hard on social media. Like it does as a generation we grew up. This quote that is like a fucking keynote on social media because I think for a sense social media is a place for people who don't have a voice socially or like in person to kind of express themselves.
Right.
And a lot of times it's a big hype for people to kind of oversell themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like and that was a place for me to like I want to post something like I remember a big thing in high school, like I just post song lyrics, like that. Like every once in a while on Facebook, I'd post like Kid Cudi lyrics. Like,
oh yeah,
like fuck out of his like whatever song, like, and I thought that was cool. Like I thought people would see that.
And you're like, oh man, he's posting like some Cudi's the shit.
He looks like good music.
This
guy's a cool dude.
This dude loves Cudi, bro. He smokes blunts, dude.
He must
be
cool,
like,
dude. Yeah.
and like I mean, and now look, it's like, I mean, seeing how fucking terrible social media can be too. At the same time, is like people who hype themselves up so much, or people who or how jealous people can get at people's images. Like it's fucking like life threatening at a point for some people. Where like it's just like eats away at people. Where like it's such a fucking phony at some time. It's such a fucking hoax. Where I don't know, like
it just kind of like just kind of makes a person feel like if you're not living that kind of lifestyle, you're not living right. You're not doing enough. Like it makes you feel worse about yourself.
Yeah.
So
because you're like you don't have those pictures.
You don't live up.
You're not good enough. Like you're not to their standard. You're below them.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's just not true. But that's the way it makes people feel.
Yeah. Especially at a young age.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. When they have no experience in anything, and they can't make up like their own judgment in their own mind, like it just kind of.
And they're seeing like quote unquote icons.
Yeah.
And how they look and how everyone else looks at them, and that's how they should.
That's how life's supposed to be, and if their life isn't like that, then what
I feel like social media almost perpetuates the high schoolness of life of the popular look like this, and this is how they act, this is what they do. Everyone should try to emulate them, and if you can't at the highest level, then you're just a piece of shit.
Well, and you see how bullshit it goes, like the levels it goes into. Like grown-ups use fucking social media for a politics standpoint.
Right.
I've seen grown men and women state their politics standpoint, and seen grown men and women get in fights over their beliefs, or this person like, we're out here at whatever, like, we're supporting this person, fuck this person, and then it turns into like a bunch of grown 50-year-old and 50-year-old men arguing over a fucking Facebook post.
Yeah.
And it's like, at that point, that's kind of when, like, I am at the point with social media where it's like, I just like to post pictures of my friends and family, and like
Right.
if I am out at a lake, like, hey, I'm hanging out, having a great time, like, but like just the stance that social media puts for people, like, oh, it's such a platform for people just to belittle every little motherfucking thing anybody does. It's like,
Do you ever get caught up with it in the opposite way, where like you are on a trip and you find you're doing something? It doesn't have to be a trip. You can be some event or whatever, and
kind
you
of
find
trip where we talk.
Concerts, and then you're stuck there sitting
concert,
taking videos
yeah, and
with
you're
your phone.
and you're more worried about like if you go on a vacation and you're more worried about like, oh, I got to make sure we do this so I can get a picture of it, or we got to go here so I can get a picture, rather than being like, all right, I'm on vacation. I'm trying to like isolate. I'm trying to get my mind back to square one of just being like cool with my own personal situation in life and finding my own happiness in my life, and that's what I want, just kind of this reset to be. But instead it's like, oh, I gotta post this, and how many likes did I get? Did so and so like it? Have they seen it yet? Like, why? But I was just at this cool hiking spot, but no one is like acknowledging that I'm here, even though it's badass. Like, why?
I find myself in that spot like all the time. I mean, even regular day, like if I'm just going to a park that I go to every day, and I'm just, maybe the scenery's beautiful and there's birds chirping and there's a deer in the background, and I'm just frisbee golfing, and all of a sudden I find myself out with my phone.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it's like a habit force where it's like I just
for
pull it
sure.
out so I can share, and to me it's like in a sense, like in some events, like if I am out, say, at a place that nobody else in my family has been, or I will never be again, I think it is important to capture moments.
Absolutely, for sure.
But
Oh, yeah.
but like you said, where like you see videos of people like concerts or just stargazing events, and all you can see in the background is just people with phones out.
Right.
And then you see that one like 80-year-old grandma who's just fucking looking around,
Just
and you're like
enjoying the moment, you
and,
know?
and that's always the thing on Facebook. It's like, why can't we all be like this lady? And it's like,
Right.
because none of us are.
Because
We grew up where everything has to be fucking platformed, and I'm guilty of it. But I do a conscious effort of like enjoying and not having to put everything, like, just put everything down in this fucking social tree that we have, like,
Right.
but it's hard. It's hard because I do feel like I do get caught in those moments where I'm trying to enjoy a moment, and I am like find myself like looking like it's so funny, like you're at a concert, but you're watching the concert through your phone.
Right. And you're like, why
And then
doesn't
you
this look that good? You're like, how can I make this look
Yeah.
better? And then like the
Yeah.
concert's over, and you're like, I got 2 good videos.
Did I
and-
even dance?
Yeah,
Did
and
I
it's
even
like,
hear
oh,
the
you
music?
yeah, it's
Like,
like
did
you
I
saw
even,
all
like-
this in front of your fucking face, dude.
Right.
Like, and I'm guilty of it, but I do try and have a conscious effort of like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna take a couple pictures. Like, if me and my buddies, if we're all out at a concert, like, I do want a picture of all of us at like, just for keepsaking.
Oh,
like,
for
I mean,
sure,
that's
yeah.
just memories.
yeah,
Like,
memories.
that's like, and yeah, I've never been a big social media person. I've had, most of them. I've deleted most of them now for a lot of the reasons that we talked about. But when I go out to a concert or on a hike or whatever, I take pictures because it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
great to look at. I don't post most of them. I love to tell people about them, and if they want to see it, I'll show it to them. But like, it's hard to get in that mindset of like not showing off in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not about showing off where you are. You kind of just have to enjoy the moment. You really like, and you can take a picture to look back on it, and you can reminisce and everything. But like, it's hard not to get caught up in that kind of social aspect where you're trying to show other people like what you're up to, or I mean, not what you're up to, but like showing off. Like, I'm doing this. What are you doing? You know?
Yeah, and you know what I do? I am guilty of getting caught in that. But you know one thing I did come upon, which I was thinking about the other week, is my parents have, and this is something I would like to do with, like, pictures, is my parents have endless, like, scrapbooks of just their wedding day and their childhood and just family vacations and things that I've looked, like, they have endless scrapbooks that I get to look back on and be like, holy shit, like, this was my dad when he was my age, like, you know, or this was my mom back in this, like, 20 years ago. Like, to me, I'm like, that's awesome.
Right.
I would love my kids to be able to look through a scrapbook and see what I was up to back in the day.
They will. It's called Facebook.
And-
That ain't
and-
going nowhere.
And that's the biggest
You're gonna be
thing
able to
where it's
pop
like,
on an iPad and be like, check out my scrapbook.
but
It's just
that's
a
what I
electronic-
thought about is I don't want them flowing. It's nothing like flowing through a book, like a picture. And I am so guilty of this where, like, I do love, or I don't love, but I enjoy broadcasting. I mean, like, for what we do in our podcast, we do this because we put things out because we want to spread our word and want people to be a part of our movement. So that's a good way. Social media is great. Is movements and efforts and getting people a part of something. But if it just comes to picture taking, like,
Yeah.
I'd love to put something in a book. Like, I don't.
Yeah, it's really hard to kind of distinguish. You know, you get caught up in a picture. You know, you take a picture, like you're saying, you put it in a scrapbook. Everybody, you know, you like to show it off to people, but in our day and age, when you can show it off to, you know, when on Facebook, if you have thousands of friends, you know,
that aren't your friends.
It's hard to get up. It's hard to get not caught up in the fact that you're, like, showing off and rather just, like, documenting it, like keeping it for a keepsake. You know, I feel like in our generation, it's hard not to post it to kind of get a reaction out of it instead of, like, a keepsake. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I'm so guilty of this.
So I'm only I agree, and all I'm gonna say is that, or not all I'm gonna say, like, everything is generational, right? Like, when I remember our parents, like my parents, when they would go on vacation, they'd come back, they'd have they would have taken a shit ton of pictures out on vacation, and then they'd have, like, a party to bring people together, and they would go through the pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many people do you think really wanted to be at that party to look through pictures? I guarantee you'd be like, okay, let's bring out the pictures. More than half were like, fuck your goddamn picture. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to
So
see
maybe
that
it's
shit.
the same thing in a different sense?
So what I'm saying is that, like, it's completely a scrapbook and Facebook, completely different, right? But but generationally, they're kind of the same. Like, if someone was like, hey, let's go through my Facebook feed, let's go through my personal pictures on Facebook, I'd be like, Jesus, no. And if someone was like, hey, I was over at their house and like, let's go through my scrapbook of my Hawaii trip I took 5 years ago, I'd be like, no.
But in some like, if it's our group of friends, you know, like us or our cousins, like, and we're like, let's look at pictures back from, like, 2016, like, of the dumb shit we're
right.
To us, it's like those are times where, like, I do enjoy having pictures and you know, like, things to look back on. Like, I think it's important. But going back on what you were saying, like, I have maybe 1,000 friends on Facebook, and I probably know fucking 50 of these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something I think about all the time where I'm like, I'm posting things where people I probably haven't talked to since, for example, when I was in second grade, I had a pen pal. Some lady from Ghana. Fucking Africa. And I posted a picture a couple weeks ago, and she liked it. I haven't talked to her since I was writing her in second grade. And I'm like, thousands of fucking people I don't give a fuck about are following my life. For what reason?
Right.
Like, and it comes back to this whole thing where, like, she's probably in Africa. I don't know what her life is like. But say it's not as great is fortunate is ours.
Right.
You know, so it comes back to like, I don't want somebody looking at what I'm doing and being like, "Oh man, they live the best life. I'm stuck here, and I can only wish to be as good as that." Where like I've been in the same spot where I looked at freshman in high school, I looked at senior pictures, and I'm like, "Oh, I wish I could party like that and be with all those beautiful women and cool people." And
Sure.
and then once you grow up, it's like, why did I give a fuck about any of this shit?
Absolutely.
In social media has done such a great job at just diminishing people and just making people feel like shit when the people they're looking up to aren't shit, but are like not living the lavish lives that they think they are. Like it's just it's all a fucking hoax, dude. Like I don't know. It's like
and kind of bouncing off of both of you guys about how like, you know, the party, some people care, some people don't, and not that they're not your friends or the people that don't care, but like when you post like a picture on social media, if like all of our friends, you know, like you expect them to like it because like they're in it or whatever, but like so you expect that, but like for a lot of people, what makes them feel better is when somebody likes a picture that aren't in it and aren't a part of it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they feel bad about themselves, and like they forget about that moment and like, you know, how happy they were in it, and and they base that memory off of the likes on that picture of like like the people who didn't like it, you know.
Right, you go, ooh, this person liked my picture. I haven't seen them in
Exactly.
You're
like
well, this must be a good picture.
Exactly.
And I've had that
like
feeling.
one like could change your entire
yeah.
feeling about that moment, and it's unfortunate because like in that moment you're probably extremely happy, but like for a lot of people they base all of that
or like you see a picture and you're like, oh, this was such a great picture. I bet you so many people are gonna like it, and then like, you know, one person likes you, like,
like for instance,
and they're in the picture like, oh, it must not be that great. Like,
and like another thing, I remember like one time or like a couple, you know, throughout my life, like I've had somebody like add me on Facebook or something that I'd probably never even fucking talked to.
Mm-hmm.
Or like somebody who was older than me, some older girl who went to another school or something, added me on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, like,
she knows
she knows me, but then like for the next 5 years never talked a word to her, but like for that one, like, and it's like,
it
how
only takes
fucking important is this shit?
It takes one click of a button, you know what I mean? Like,
and I mean, at the end
clicked it on accident. Sorry,
at the end
Kärel.
of the day, it's like, yeah, she could, this girl or this guy could be so extravagant and so wonderful because of their pictures, where at the end of the day, it's like, you don't know if, like, why does it matter? Why does this
really
shit
matters.
fucking matter? It's and that's why social media can be so dangerously toxic, dude. It can really be if you look at it. Like, some people fucking base their lives off shit like getting likes and getting disliked or getting bullied, or like, social media is the most toxic thing I think that's ever swept us.
It can really affect a person's mental.
And it's so beautiful at the same time, where you can be so widespread. You can spread your word. If you're doing something good, it can be passed upon so many thousands of people. But if it's negative, it goes the same way, and it can be fucking just terrible.
Yeah. It's a fine line.
It's a fucking very fine line.
Well, and then I think this even before social media, you can take this like in terms of, I remember being in grade school and playing basketball, right? And being like, oh, Joe Smith is like, he's such a good basketball player. Like, I wish I was just as good as him. But he's 6'4", 200 pounds and in 8th grade. And it's like, okay. You're not going to really ever be as tall or as athletic or whatever as this person. So instead of like worrying about how just amazing that person is, like, but they also might have worked really hard. It's the behind the scenes that, like, maybe they weren't athletic ever, and like one summer they just took every single day, they practiced and they worked their ass off and they became like this really great basketball player, painter, whatever. Like, you're in art class and you see someone's just this great painter and you wish, like, I wish I could be that good, but you've never practiced once in your life. You're just wishing you were that good instead of really, like, being like, oh, maybe they paint at home every single day when they're done with school to practice, but I never see it. Or so I think it can even go beyond social media to just in terms of, like, you see something out in your life and you just immediately compare yourself immediately without even stopping to think, like, how much time and effort a person went into either perfecting their craft, studying their whatever you're comparing yourself to. It's almost like we never look at, like, exactly like this quote. We never look at the other person's behind the scenes. It's always just, I'm not that good. I'll never be that good. I will never be that tall. I'll never be X, whatever it is. Instead of saying, okay, sure, but what can I do to achieve what I want? It's always like, well, I'll never be that.
I feel like human, like, consciousness, like, just humans in general were built that way. Like, I feel like even any species you look at is always looking to be better than the other.
Right.
And
Competition drives a lot of life.
I mean, for the species we are, it was just fucking escalated and just magnified by what we were able to create and just how smart and kind of evil humans can be. Like, it's just, like, it was just created at such a whole different aspect and level than I feel like every other species has been. But everything in a living manner is trying to be better, stronger, and than the thing next to it. Like, I feel like, but ours, it's just different in a whole different way.
I think comparison, like comparing like yourself to someone else, is like one of the biggest flaws of humanity, because like you get caught up in it and you're so worried about comparing yourself to other people that you get lost in in finding out who you are and what you're good at. Everybody gets lost in it, and then you're stuck in this place of, like, what am I doing? What am I good at? And you've been caught up for such a long time trying to, like, copy all these other people that you don't even know who you are.
I think that's kind of the fucking mainstream of this quote. I mean,
I think so.
People get caught in that. That's the biggest speed bump for myself, for I think any human being. I don't know if you guys have ever felt it, but anytime I've tried to excel or succeed, not necessarily has it held me back, but it's been a biggest speed bump where it's like, how can this person be so fluent and so understanding of this concept? Say it's like a person in front of you, a position you're trying to withhold in your career, where it's like, how can this person who maybe I'm trying to fill their job, how can they be so good at this and so successful and so smart? I can never be like that. I feel like that's the biggest speed bump for a lot of people, where it's like, I don't think I could ever succeed to the mountain this person has climbed before.
I think that has to do a lot with like growing up, right? Like I remember I'll take it back to grade school basketball again. I remember.
Can I use this as a towel?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Thanks, man.
I remember we had like a coach. I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and at that point in your life is just like video games, chicks, or trying to get a chick,
just thinking
chicks.
About
chicks, like,
watching
and
American
like
Pie and seeing boobs.
Yeah, like
boobs.
Like trying to maybe see boobs, before like the internet was super accessible and you could just pull out your phone and see boobs whenever you wanted. Like it was like
or before you were like risky enough
right.
to look up
it was
boobs.
like, how can I? It was like
titties.
It's that time of your life. And I remember a basketball. We were like shooting free throws right into practice. And we were all just sucking. We were tired. And our coach was like, you guys want to be good? Like, you got to get out and shoot 500 free throws a day. And in my head, I was like, dude, I'm fucking 13 years old. You think I got time to shoot 500 free throws a day? But what he was saying was that, like, you have to put time and work in. You can't just come to practice for an hour, 2 hours a week and expect to just get better every single day. But no one ever really explained that to me as a kid. No, everyone was just like, yeah, go practice. It was but it was like, but I'm not good, so why am I practicing if I'm not? But the point is, like, you get better and you stop, and then it's like you internalize things like, okay, how can I what am I doing wrong? Why am I shooting this free throw wrong? How do I shoot it right? Instead of going, he goes 10 for 10, why can't I go 10 for 10? What does he do? No, what are you doing wrong, and how can you fix it? And then every day work on fixing it. But no one, I mean, maybe someone tried to, and I was just not paying attention, but that was like a skill I never really learned. It was just, they're really good at it because in my head, it was they're naturally good at it. I'm just naturally okay at whatever, and that's as good as I'll get. It was never like explained to me, no, just if you practice, even if you practice poorly, you're going to continue to grow and get better. So I just spent time comparing myself instead of really like internalizing things and saying it's okay to be bad, it's okay to struggle, but how can I get and that's something that now as an adult I'm trying to overcome and go, okay, I'm not good at real estate situations. I've never been in this situation, so that just means I should never do it because I never have practiced in it. I don't know it. This person knows exactly what they're doing. Maybe I'll just watch them and see what they do, and I'll pick up some tips or pointers. But no, you got to jump in and try. You got to, if you want to work at something or you want to be good at something, don't compare yourself. Just try it and figure out where you failed and then get better.
And if you're gonna fail trying. I mean, I think the way you explained it is perfect. I mean, so many people envy these people who are great. Mm-hmm. And expect or interpret the fact that they're great is they're just great people.
Right.
Like,
oh, just genes. They have the best genes.
Aaron Rodgers is throwing these amazing throws because he was just born that way. He just has it.
Sure.
No.
He went to a JUCO
He went
college.
to high school. He went through high school not getting any offers. Went to a JUCO, played his ass off, went to Kärel, played his ass off, got undermined in the draft, got undermined playing under Brett Favre, and was hated in Green Bay.
Right.
Until he proved himself. And I mean, it's movies like Rudy. People hate the fucking movie Rudy. Mm-hmm. And I mean, for the fact that maybe it's not told the way it should have been, right. I guess.
That's not the point.
But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is there's this kid who grew up in a town who was the runt of the litter, who nobody thought could ever make anything of himself because everybody in their family was just trying to get to the top of this paper mill that his dad ran, or whatever this mill his dad ran.
I think they were miners.
Miners, whatever the fuck they were. And he proved himself to go to this St. Mary's school, or go to this school next to Notre Dame, and then work his ass off semester after semester until he finally got accepted. Like, it just, a lot of people think that just success is given. Success is just, you're born that way, and I think that's a big, a downside to people is where they're not willing to work or not understanding that it took these successful, great people to work their ass off through all these things.
I think something that plays a part in it, right? That I'm that,
You've been worried about moving your mic around all day. I've been doing this all day.
We're just wiggling over
just,
here.
just, oh, nice.
Sorry, Bubs.
No, I think one of the tough things, like you were talking about Rudy, and for some reason it made me think of for some reason I thought of Kobe Bryant, right? I think
I almost wore his jersey today, but it doesn't fit me right, and I haven't worked as hard as he does. So.
that's what I was saying.
I'm straight up.
So in my head I'm like, oh yeah, Rudy obviously is different than Kobe Bryant, right? But it's like they both put themselves out there and went for something they wanted. Okay, but I was like, well, Kobe was like really great at basketball. Like he was amazing. He just had to he just had to not ever take a day off, and he would just continue to get better and grow. So in the way I thought about it was like, well, so it's a little bit easier for him to put himself out there and say, no, I only want to play basketball, right? Well, okay, yeah, I mean, you're fucking amazing at basketball. You should only want to play basketball. Like, that's not a hard thing to say, like, I only want to focus my time on this. And not many people are just really amazing at something somewhat naturally, right? So it's kind of like Rudy, he wasn't a good football player. He wasn't smart. He wasn't whatever, but he was determined. But what he did do is put himself on the line.
He was
consistent, and he said, I believe in myself. And so it's like when you have that, you might not be super athletically, if we're talking about athletics, gifted, and you might not be able to just put yourself out that easily and say, this is what I want to focus on. But if you have belief in yourself, which I don't think a lot of people do, and I think that's what I'm getting at, is that a lot of people don't have that Rudy mindset, or that, they're not just naturally gifted at something where they can say, like, this is what I want to put all my time and effort into. So it's a hard thing for people, I think, to say, like, I want to focus on, my behind the scenes, and I'm not worried about my highlight reels. I need to focus on me and getting better. But it's like, okay, but get it better at what? Like, should I try to? I'm mediocre in your own head. You might think I'm mediocre at X, Y, and Z, but I love it. But I don't want to put myself out there because I'll just be made fun of, or I'll be looked down on by people who are really good. So it's like, I'll just let them do that, and I'll do what, does that make sense?
Yeah, because I'm stuck in.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I mean, it's just going back to the quote. You're just stuck comparing yourself to something like, well, that's not who I am, so I can't be that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not who I am right now.
Right.
So I could never be that person.
Right.
And I feel
But
like
but that's not true.
and a lot of people also get stuck into the fact of, like, maybe something they're working so hard at, and they're like, well, this isn't what I want to be.
Right.
Like, maybe I'm really good at this, but this isn't what I want to be. But I can't work at what I want to be because I'm not good at that. And I feel like, I know that's probably a big place that I get stuck in right now, is like, I know what I'm good at. And a lot of people tend to work really hard at what they're comfortable and know that they're good at, but they know that this isn't what they want, because if they want to do what they want, then they have to take that extra step. And it takes a little more. It takes some embarrassment.
Right.
And it takes some frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes some, anger, whatever. But if I just stick what I'm good at, then fuck it, I'll just settle for that. And I feel like a lot of people, and even myself, at a lot of points, I've been so stuck at, like, I kind of know what I want to do, but I'm good at this right now, and it's comfortable to me, man.
Right.
It's really comfortable.
Right.
And I can do this comfortably, so fuck it, dude. But then halfway through it, I'm like, why am I wasting my time right now? Like, why don't I just work? Like,
Right.
I'm young. I'm 24. Right. Why don't I just work at what I want to do and just get it done, Like, fucking work for that goal and be who I want to be. Be that fucking inspiration. Be that person who I looked at when I was at the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people are stuck behind just having to work a little bit harder
Mm-hmm.
instead of being comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's
So are you guys going to Appleton to do stand up? Or are you guys
you cocksucker.
Are you guys waiting for
Wow. Holy
Got
shit.
him. I've been holding that in for a while, boys.
Holy shit. Hey, why the fuck do we hire this guy? Huh?
He's fired. Get him the fuck out.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Fucking fried, bro.
You know what? That's why we brought Seamus aboard.
No, that is it. That's exactly it. Because no, that's great.
Sorry
No,
to do it to you
don't be
guys.
sorry, man. Shit, we need someone to hold us
Holy
accountable.
shit, you-
Hold yourself accountable, guys.
Oh
Come on.
man.
what a
Oh
bunch-
man.
what
Oh
a
man.
bunch of
Okay.
cunts.
I didn't
Okay.
see. I personally didn't even see that one coming. It
Ah,
was-
that was
Oh,
great.
man.
Oh man.
Seamus been sitting there fucking just drunk
I
and
was
waiting for
waiting.
that one.
I was like, when are they gonna stop talking?
Oh man.
Fucking assholes.
I can't wait till next episode. I'm gonna make this dude shotgun fucking 7 snorkels. And then try to say that shit to him. Yeah, walk your asshole, motherfucker. I've been waiting for you to say that. All right, so
Yeah, no.
so Seamus just brought this all back down perspective.
Seamus-
Sorry, I had to. I had
So,
to drop it. I had to
Seamus,
drop it.
Thanks for making us compare our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel.
That's what I'm
Thanks.
here for.
Appreciate
That's what I'm
that.
here
Appreciate you a lot. The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes to everyone.
Yeah. So yeah, we're probably just gonna try at the green room before we go. We're gonna hide behind the
man.
insecurities before we get out there and have to perform in front of assholes like Seamus. But hey, good. I mean,
yeah, man.
you know, I don't even know where to go.
No,
with
that was a that was a great way to
No,
kind of
dude,
cap that because in a way we do kind of beat around that bush a little bit here
we
on
do.
the show of like we push ourselves in a way, but then we find excuses and we do come up with ways to say like, oh, this didn't work out, and we put a spin on it to be like, it didn't work out because of this and this and this.
In reality, it's all just it's we're nervous to do it.
We're nervous to do it. We got it. It's
What do you wanna
important
say
to be
there, bud?
called
I'm
out.
happy to be that asshole.
Yeah, hey,
Thank you.
Hey,
That's,
no,
and
thank
if,
you.
If you would
Yeah.
like to stick around, we need that
Yeah,
asshole
we
to
need
to
that
push me and
asshole.
Max to say, hey, listen,
Yeah.
stop being pansies and get to her. You
Right.
know, I mean, yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
agree.
at the end of the day, that is what it is.
Pressure's on,
Right,
boys.
All
Pressure's
right,
on.
all right. So maybe Seamus didn't come on to be our tech coordinator. He became our
bullshit caller
our-
outer.
our bullshit counselor. Like,
Right,
all right, assholes. Oh, you don't want to do that this month? Well, why? Because you're fucking pansies? Yeah, I was a fucking pansy
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
No,
I've
that's-
been my insecurities have been your fucking highlights, man. You
Yeah,
know what I
love
mean?
it.
It's been tough.
I'm having a great time.
It's so happy to have you.
Oh man.
All right, man,
What a-
good quote. Let's mosey on down to Packertown.
Yeah, we got a little Packer talk down the show.
man,
here.
dude,
Little Packer talk
let
down
me
the
find this
show.
one. Yeah, go take a piss, you dick.
Fuck out of here.
God, I hate how
Don't fall
fucking-
in.
And don't please do, ladies and gentlemen. You want to do this, little Packer?
Let's get into it, man. It's been a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 33. Little Packer Talk. Oh, this gets me jacked. Hey!
All right. So we got a little bit of Packer news over past couple weeks here. Big, huge Packer news.
Big talk.
huge Packer news.
Big talk.
This is gonna shake Packer Nation.
Oh,
There's
man.
there's a new all-time leader in sacks for the Green Bay
a new
Packers.
all-time old leader.
Right. A new old all-time sack leader.
Exactly.
Hall of Famer Willie Davis is the new old all-time sack leader in the Green Bay Packers. Decades of research from John Turney and Nick Webster of Pro Football Researchers Association gave Pro Football Reference the confidence to add sack statistics from 1960 to 1982 when sacks became an official statistic to their already impressive database of football statistics. Clay Matthews is currently the Packers' all-time leader in sacks at 83.5. According to the new stats, Davis actually holds the mark at 93.5. But the data from 1960 isn't yet registered, meaning he probably has closer to 100 total sacks based on Turney and Webster's research. Over 10 years in Green Bay, between 1960 and 1969, Davis produced 5 seasons with 10 or more sacks, including 4 years straight between 1964 and 1967. He was a first-team All-Pro each season. The numbers paint a clear picture. Davis was one of the best pass rushers in the NFL during the 60s. A five-time champion and 6-time All-Pro. Davis was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1981, and he died in April of 2020 at the age of 85.
Rest in peace.
The added stats also helped the former Packer pass rusher Ezra Johnson, who had 17.5 sacks during the 1978 sacks in 1978, and he had 17.5 sacks in 1978.
Holy shit.
Wow, and is now third in franchise history in sacks at 82.5. Lionel Aldridge at 62 sacks, Henry Jordan 52 sacks, and Clarence Williams 49 sacks.
Can you look up? Does AJ Hawk is he still the leader of all-time tackles in Packer history? Because Pat McAfee says that every time he introduces AJ Hawk. I thought it. Just want to make sure it's clear. What good for Willie Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him getting his credit.
I bet you tackles are probably a little harder to
determine.
They probably just have to take the word for it, whereas like you can go back and watch these games and be like, all right.
Well, I mean, they had to have been credited for back in the day. I mean, even in the 60s, there was somebody keeping hold of the stats.
All right. So, okay, so this list has Roy Butler as the all-time tackles leader. This list has Leroy Butler at 721 tackles and A.J. Hawk at 629. That seems interesting.
Wait, say that again?
They have A.J. Hawk number 2 with 629 tackles. Leroy Butler number 1 with 721 tackles.
When was this article published?
This was... These stats are up to date heading into the 2021 regular season.
What? All-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers is what Pat McAfee introduces A.J. Hawk as every episode. So if this is not right, I would love to call into the Pat McAfee show and give a little correction.
Let me see.
But I want to make sure I'm right first.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was retired.
We're gonna go to another
Tell my boss to
website.
pick me up tomorrow.
Career leaders
So much beer in this.
defense. We're gonna go to solo. Okay, so they have. Well, that's not gonna help me. Oh, combo.
Miss.
Okay, so this is what so AJ Hawk has 629 solo tackles. Leroy Butler has 720 solo tackles. But if you combined A.J. Hawk's 629 solo with his 293 assists, that's more than Leroy Butler's 720 solo with his 169 assists.
Oh, okay. So, like, okay.
So, technically, A.J. Hawk is the leader in just total tackles. Technically.
It's okay to me. I love AJ.
But, I mean,
I've sold
come on, Pat. You got to give your respect to Leroy. You got to show Leroy some love, Pat. I mean,
What
Is
is
it-
it
is it-
720?
720. So 800
That's
and
a lot.
889 to. Well, is that still less? 800 and. Shoots. I'm not good at math here.
Okay, say it out loud. Maybe
Wait,
your
wait,
dictionary cow will be able
wait,
to help
do
you.
I have a calculator thing anywhere?
I got one on my phone.
All right.
I bet you. Never mind.
Do 629
Oh, wait. 629
plus 293.
plus 293. 922.
Okay, and then do 720 plus 169.
889.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what they're going off.
Okay.
So they're
So
going
the
off
Hawk is-
solo and assist.
Okay.
But
Both badasses.
Both
Both
badasses.
badasses.
One,
badasses.
but also one the creator of the Lambo Leap,
Yep.
and
let's
one
see.
just a.
You know what's
badass.
crazy? Leroy Butler has more sacks than AJ Hawk.
Who has more interceptions? But
Oh.
AJ Hawk does.
No, Leroy Butler was a safety.
AJ Hawk had hella.
INTs.
I guess not. Maybe. Not. No, I'm
Where
sorry.
is it? INT. Yeah, Leroy Butler had 38. AJ Hawk had 9.
Hey. Wait. So a safety is the second leading tackler.
Yeah, he was like a strong safety,
strong
so he was
safety,
like
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ Hawk was good with them hands, though. I tell you that much.
Hey. No, that's
who's
crazy.
who leads the Packers in interceptions?
I believe
Charles Woodson or Herb Adderley? Herb Adderley.
Ooh, you are. Charles Woodson is tied for 4th. Herb Adderley is 3rd.
Okay.
You'll never guess number 1. If you guess number 1 right now, I'll eat hot wings.
Okay.
next.
Can I get a year?
1952.
Olenichek. He was the owner of the Packers.
Not only is he the interception leader, he's one of the great songwriters of our time. Good old Bobby Dylan is the all-time Packers interception leader with 52. Next is Willie
Holy
Wood
shit.
with 48. Herb Adderley with 39. Leroy Butler and Charles Woodson with 38.
Bobby Dylan.
Darren, Darren, cover your drinks sharper has 36. Irie Comp has 34. Mark Lee.
Where's
31.
Allie Hare?
Tremont Williams has 30. Don Hudson. Wow, he had 30 interceptions. What? This guy did everything. Al Harris. Let's see. Oh boy.
Pretty down there.
Al Harris is behind Clinton Dix, or they're tied. They both have 14. Well, that probably doesn't. These don't include
Wait,
postseason.
so who's
numbers,
number
though.
1?
Good old Bobby Dylan.
Hey,
Hey down.
hey,
Bobby.
wagon wheel.
Rock me,
Mama like a wagon wheel.
Rock
Rock
me,
me, mama like any way you feel.
Anyway, hey mama, rock me.
Rock me, mama rock me.
What the fuck is going on right now?
You ever heard the song Wagon Wheel? Rock
It's
me,
not by,
man.
is that by Bobby Dylan?
Bob Dylan wrote
It
that
was
song.
the
Really?
Original.
He wrote it.
The OG.
Oh, I didn't know
He
that.
wrote most of the songs we've heard.
Oh, well, he's great.
He's great.
I didn't know that, though. It's a great song.
Yeah, he wrote it.
And then, then the old Crow Medicine Show, and then old fucking Hootie and the Blow Shits.
I think it was just Darius.
Just Darius.
Just
Yeah.
Darius and the Blowfish. Old
But-
dicks.
But hey,
Hell of a Packer talk,
little
man.
Packer talk there, and gotten some statistical talk. Talked the little AJ Hawk ain't as all he's cracked up to be.
Hey, don't fucking flaw his talents.
Hey, I love AJ, but let's give Leroy some props, man. I mean,
Oh,
middle linebacker should have more solo tackles than a safety, but what do I know?
You don't know shit.
I guess not.
AJ Hawk.
Leroy Butler. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Gotta love the Pack.
What an
Hell
episode,
yeah.
you know.
Gosh, I love
Hey,
the Pack.
what an
Man, we did it
episode.
all, man. We did it all. We talked beer of the week, got some beer history, some fun facts. We got through our weekly challenges, our HUA beer logo. Mine will be up posted later this week. Carl's gonna get one made.
Yep.
We went through our weekly and monthly challenges. We are giving each other podcasts to listen to at some point. So
Yeah.
I'll Seamus, I'll send you one.
You send me one, I'll send you one.
Yep.
All right.
And
So you send me one, I send Max one.
I'll send you one.
Yep. And we'll
A
discuss
little
next
HUA
week.
episode 1.
Yeah. So next week we'll be back here. We got to get back Tuesday.
Yep.
Because then Wednesday we go out to Minocqua.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Then we'll
Yes,
be able
sir.
to get back the Tuesday after that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're flowing.
We're flowing, man.
So I'll be back Idaho Monday night after that. So
A pot will be good, man.
we're good.
I'm so fucking happy to be here, boys.
Hell yeah.
So
we're
if
happy
you
to
want
have
to
ya.
stick on board, man, see you next Tuesday.
I'll be here.
Hell yeah.
All
That's
right.
awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I'm drunk.
I'm feeling all right.
I'm
good.
feeling all right.
I'm good.
Yeah, Max got to
I'm
drive
good.
home.
I'm
so-
chilling. I'm
No, I'm
chilling.
good. Everything's
Oh, yeah.
good. Hey,
We're
thanks.
great. We're
We're
definitely
Everything-
great.
Everything is good. Yeah.
Shout out Decker Pollinari for the intro, for the outro. Shout out
Episode
Seamus.
33.
Hey, Seamo.
Yeah.
Shout out you, Max.
Good, man.
And me too.
Living the dream.
Me
You
three,
know what I'm
baby.
saying?
Hey, man, good thing I brought my reading glasses today. Carl
Yeah.
versus Dictionary, still going good.
Thank you for tuning in. I know your time is valuable. There's thousands of other podcasts that you could have settled for, but now you're just vibing with two goofy dudes from Wisconsin who like to discuss their problems and figure out ways to solve them, and challenge the listeners to get up out of their comfort zone. Try some shit they ain't done before. This is Hold Us Accountable. Yeah, this is Hold Us Accountable. Yeah, this is Hold Us Accountable. This is Hold Us Accountable. This is Hold Us Accountable. Hold Us Accountable, yeah. Hold Us Accountable.